How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Probably, probably should have taken a nap this afternoon.
Uh,
Um, it's more so that I just probably I slept poorly last night,
yeah.
and I never really fully woke up today because I never
Mm,
really had to wake up.
yep,
Also,
yep.
so it was just kind of I woke up at 8, I went to bed at 2 a.m., woke up at 8, stayed in bed and decided to start my day at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And then just kind of hung out all day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just EP because that
Mm-hmm.
is my lifestyle for the day.
Yeah, no, dude, I get that. I didn't get out of bed until like 3. So
Mm,
I had basically kind of the same.
mm.
I don't know. Just didn't sleep well enough and then just like laid in bed and was like, I should go back to sleep. And then I never went back to sleep.
Oh yeah. I've had those days.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, well, so I had an energy drink, and I was like, yep, all right.
Yeah, I'm being propped up by my third energy drink of the day.
Ooh, boy,
Yes, sir.
that
Although, well, uh, it's because I found the Alani cotton candy flavor
okay.
tastes exactly like the Trix cotton candy yogurt.
Oh, okay.
And I have been going crazy on those since I've discovered them recently. So,
Fair enough. I get that. I get that. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Draco Kraken. How you doing?
what's up?
Um, yeah, it, I yeah, it wasn't until like I think like 5 that I actually like got up to start doing stuff, and then I was just like, okay, well, and then I ate some food, and then I sat in my chair, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll just like play a game or two, and so I've been doing that, but like this whole time I was like, man, I should go to bed.
Yeah,
It just is constant like right behind my eyes. I'm just like, all right, yeah, I'm ready.
around 10:30, I first had my stomach rumble, and I went, I should probably make some food for myself today.
Yeah.
And then at 1 o'clock, I made myself a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, hey Dave. Tricks are for kids, tricks are for grown-ups. True.
Mm,
True. Uh
love trick.
I I had another weird interaction. Somebody friended me on Discord and then tried to be so again, I've said this before, but like no shade on the grift for artists, okay? Like
Mm,
you need to do the
mhm.
work, right? But man, when you're trying to like butter me up by like asking me, oh, how are you? Oh, what are your interests? Oh, oh, do you know these things? Oh, do you like
Mm.
D&D?
Do you also enjoy long walks on the beach?
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just like, oh, by the way, hey, do you want to see like my character for my campaign that I made? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I get like a picture and I'm like, oh,
Oh god,
this is
yeah.
pretty good. And they're like, yeah, do you want to see all my other work? And I went, no, I'm all right. And
Mm.
they're like, what? Oh, why? If you don't mind me asking, why? And I'm like, I just don't feel like it. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, no, all right. And then the next message was, yo, I've been thinking about making you some sick art for your character. What do you think?
Yeah.
And I went,
Okay, here. There it is.
and I immediately went, ignore, and we're no longer friends.
That's hilarious.
Like again, I understand the need, okay? I do get it, but man, don't fucking do that to me, okay? Don't fucking do that to me. I'm not gonna buy anything from you if you do that shit. I'm sorry.
Mm,
Unless
mm.
you are exceptional. okay? And like, obviously that's to my personal taste. If you hit that spot for me, yeah, I'll absolutely fucking go, oh, okay, yeah, let's go for it. But like, if you don't, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm sorry.
Uh, that is so funny to me that they like started off completely like out of left field. Like,
Yeah.
oh hey, got into the hobby with
Yep.
this. I really like this and the campaigns or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like how else they decided to butter you up, but like just to
Yeah. 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 Just the general
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But then just like, oh hey, can I lead into my product, my
Yeah.
snake oil?
Yeah.
And you're just like, no.
Yeah.
It's just like, we would like to introduce you to our Lord and Savior Jesus.
Right.
No.
Right.
Thank you, but no.
No.
And they're like, oh, oh, okay. And then like as soon as they fuck off, right? They're pausing and you're thinking like, well, how can I make money off of this
Yeah.
dude? Like,
Exactly.
oh, hey, dude, hey. I thought of this way that I could make you this sick art for your
Yeah.
commission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the art was good. I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. You'd probably get some people like this, but like not me. I'm sorry. I've had it happen too many times where I'm just like, you know what? I'll try. I'll try this one. We'll see if we have like a normal conversation. But no, it's never a normal conversation. It's just like hey, what do you do this? What do you like to do? Hey, I like this. Oh yeah, cool. I also like that. Oh, okay, cool. Do you do this? Yeah, I do this. Oh, I made art for this. And it's like, okay, all right, well, we're already there.
Yeah. Already, yeah.
Yeah, yep, yep. Hey, Viridy, saw you were saying shit about the gods of summer last week, Alejo. Yup. I was dying. It happens, dude. Kill me. It'll be fine. The ones I get
How's the temperature been down there?
So this week has been better. Last week it was high 80s. And my house does not do well with like keeping cool, so yeah. It stayed that way in my house, and that sucked. But
yeah, you just have you like have that fan in your room that's been working overtime, I'm sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I have that. I have a portable AC unit that does help, but it doesn't do enough when it's way hot, you know?
Yeah.
And no, the past few nights have been quite cool, so it's been getting down to like 68, and I'm like, okay, this is I can sleep. I can be okay. So it's getting better. I'm sure that another heat wave will hit and it will kill me again. It'll be great.
Yeah.
The ones I get most often come from the Moho server, which is dedicated to art software and is populated by artists already. Well, see, there, it's like, yeah, I get that. You know, if you're in that kind of server, somebody's going to probably say something. But this came from a different server that I was in. Actually, no, it was Juice's server. That was the mutual server.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody from Juice's server who's just a rando there, it was just like, it just friended me, and I was like, okay. That was the same server where the other person friended me as well, so I'm like, okay. Juice tries to like get them out of there though, so I don't know.
Yeah, that people like that are a dime a dozen,
Oh, yeah.
especially online on Discord and stuff. So
yeah, for
you
sure.
can't get them all.
No. I can't trust any Discord messages from out of the blue. My mind goes to, you're talking to me. No one does that. Oh, yeah, same. That's why I try to go for it for a little bit. Just to see. Because maybe it's somebody who, like, actually wants to talk to me. And at that point, it's like, whoa, that'd be weird. Let's see. But it never is.
Yeah.
And I always get disappointed. Um, glad everything was okay after the radio silence last week. Yeah, I posted in the Discord, but I didn't post on YouTube, and I apologize for that. But speaking of YouTube, well, hello. First off, welcome everybody to Table Talk Discussion and Discourse. I, as always, am your host, Alejo, aka Great on 95.
And I, as usually, am your second host, Captain Chiral.
Um, and I wanted to talk for just a second about a comment we got. This was a couple weeks ago now. On the last show that we did, that was about the different games that we were looking at through those couple of videos, Quest and the other three that I actually don't remember at the moment. But so let me pull up the comments really quick, because I do want to at least go over what I said there. Here we go. So, Malone Mallow said, let's appear to be interested in games that are not D&D, but let's be as condescending as possible so our usual D&D audience doesn't abandon us. That was the comment. And I immediately went, oh, okay, huh. So I immediately replied and said, appear? Quest does actually seem like a nice game that we might take concepts from, and we were defending it as being a good beginner game concept as well. Plus, all three of us have stated in the past, fuck D&D, or D&D's current stuff, and that we don't financially support D&D. The three in the video after weren't communicated in a way that helped with garnering interests, and we were criticizing the video, not the games. Pretty sure we're also doing a major campaign on Vampire the Masquerade. I will agree that I should have compiled a list of the games mentioned and actually given them more of a spotlight that I intended to make up for. The game shouldn't suffer because we didn't like the video. So I said that. And then I put a comment on the actual video, and you can see it. If I can actually go to the video, there it is. Why can't I see my own comment? That's really annoying. Where is it? Okay. Do I have to go to YouTube to actually look at the video to find it? Yes. Okay. So I pinned a comment to links to literally all of the mentioned games. So the website and where you can buy them and look into them more. There's even a Goblins demo that you can download. So it's no longer in like an alpha. As far as I was aware, it is now something that you can demo that is still like not fully released, but I would call it a beta at that point when you've got a demo. And I did that, and then I put on the page itself in the post, which, how do I get to posts easily? I don't actually know. I guess I gotta go here and then go to the channel, right? And then go to posts. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So here it is. No, not this one. It is. Where is it? Wait, where's my post? Oh, there it is. It's literally this one. The most recent one that I put out that said that I couldn't do the show, and that you should look into these games. So I wanted to make up for those games for not getting the best coverage, not necessarily because of what we were covering, because as we do, we just shit on videos when they're not great, and just wanted to make sure that the actual games themselves were able to be gotten to. I think I also put these in the description for that video as well for the last episode that we did. So hopefully, people were able to go and actually find those games if you had any interest. So yeah, just figured I'd go over that.
And like also, you touched on it, but I would second, like, we have moved on to other systems like Vampire the Masquerade, because like fuck D&D.
Yeah. Totally.
Although it is not entirely fair to say that we don't support them monetarily. I did buy the 5.5 what was it? The Monster Manual, I believe. The one they released first.
Oh, okay.
So, and I intended to buy like all of the books for 5.5,
Mhm.
except for maybe the Dungeon Master's Guide
Sure.
because the fuck that. Um, but I only happened to come across like people sharing like online resources from 5.5 that WotC themselves have shared
Yeah.
um before I happened to buy a PHB. But I did intend to financially support them, so that
Okay.
I might not be included in that. Secondly, um it's we do say fuck D&D, and
Current
we
stuff.
do
Yep.
mean that. It is just we just can't move on from it because unfortunately most of the content made for this platform is D&D related,
Yeah.
something that we've bemoaned multiple
Yeah.
times.
That's true.
Thirdly, I wouldn't say that we were particularly condescending,
Mm-mm.
but also, even if you thought we were condescending, and even if we were being condescending, this is the internet. You have to, like, have some thicker skin. People are gonna talk a little shit when they think they're right and you're wrong.
That is true.
I would expect people to do the same to me.
Yeah. Which is why and again, I don't begrudge the comment. I'm glad that it was pointed out because I was able to
Yeah.
put the links to the games and stuff like I should have. That was my fault for sure because I wanted to highlight games that were not D&D. That was like the whole point.
Mm.
So like it was good to have that as a part of it. Um, but yeah.
Uh, Thank you. So, really, we should be thanking them for helping promote discussion and discourse.
Yes. Yes. Um, but yeah, so it's not too big a deal. Just wanted to go over that a little bit. But now we can move on. So today we're talking about NPCs. Wowee.
Wahoo! Oh, hey,
Wahoo.
I should jump and watch together.
Yes, sir. So NPCs are a big part of everything in gaming, really. Whether it be video slash actual. Why did this get fucked up again? Why does this? What is happening with all of these fucking things? Okay,
Hmm.
I don't know why, but the oh, it's not fully. That's why. Okay, my window wasn't fully maximized. I don't know why it wasn't. Anyway, um,
Hmm.
so NPCs are
Everybody
very
laugh at him.
NPCs are very important, and the videos that we're going to be covering are about them. This first one here is called This is How I Build Faster and Better NPCs, and this is brought to us by the Fantasy Forge. I think we've covered Fantasy Forge once before, maybe twice.
Uh, I do believe I've seen their content before, and I
Yeah.
believe I have like fairly positive like feelings about their channel, I think.
I think I do as well, but I could not remember. Um, so
Uh, I just wanted to say
yeah,
that it really is bugging me that the top of the fire is like clipped off.
clipped off. Oh, in the thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't see the thumbnail myself because it's always on the start of the video for me. But um,
Oh, yes. Hold on.
thank you.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes. I forgot.
for gore.
There you are, sir.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, that's weird. That is strange. Okay. I don't remember that usually being the case, but oh well.
I think it's just an unfortunate PNG usage
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
making.
For sure, for sure. So, I suppose let's see how this person builds NPCs faster and better. That way, potentially, we could
Yeah.
all learn something about building NPCs faster and better.
Uh,
And it seems like this is a more game neutral looking video. I don't know. So
Yeah, so one of the things that has always taken me the most time when filling out my cities and like taverns and like social interactions that are sort of planned for the party is just like filling them out with some junk NPCs.
mm, mm,
Um, it's easy to roll on tables and kind of like churn them out, but it does take a while. So
yeah.
I'd be interested in seeing a good potential way to add some flavor to my world
Mm-hmm.
with NPCs as well as like optimization.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Making an NPC quickly and doing it well is a combination of many things, and it comes down to their looks, what they sound like, and even how they are introduced. So let's talk about the tricks that I use to create an NPC quickly, on the fly, without having to flip through a million pages to figure out what is best for that NPC. Now,
Sure.
first of all, one of the key things I do with any NPC is to think about how I'm going to introduce them, because after all, first impressions are everything. How you introduce them to the group will give them a clear understanding of what to expect, or at least what you want them to expect. Now, what I mean by that is meeting an NPC in a bar that is a retired hero will give a different impression than meeting someone who rides up to challenge them in full battle armor on a barded horse. How you introduce this NPC sets expectations in the minds of your players. A bartender is a bartender. They're a commoner until they learn that that bartender is actually a retired legend. So how you introduce them can make or break their interest in engaging with that character. Is the NPC friendly and approachable, or do they come across as cold and distant? Are they clearly powerful? Are they covered in magical arcane abilities that's just emanating off of them? Or do they seem meek and unassuming? These are little cues that help shape not only the initial interaction, but also how the party is going to approach them in future encounters. But here's the trick. Subverting those initial expectations can make an NPC unforgettable. Because a grizzled warrior who appears to be a stereotypical tough guy but turns out to have a poetic soul can surprise and charm your players.
And ducks. I like ducks.
On the other side of that, a bubbly, friendly shopkeeper who then later grabs the old battle axe under the bar to help the party in a time of need can create a very cinematic moment. Think about the impression that you want to leave with this NPC, and then whether you want to confirm or challenge those expectations over time. Obviously, not every NPC will have a crazy moment like this. Some will just be bartenders or town criers or a counselor, but having a few NPCs in your back pocket to bring out at the right time might help you when you decide, oh, this is the bartender that I want to blow their minds with, or finally, this member of the council is the one that is also a werewolf. Now, the next thing I immediately...
Okay. So for that first point, because I'm assuming we're going into the second point. Yeah. Because it's now I guess my first thought is thinking about how to present somebody before I've even thought about who the NPC is very interesting as an approach, I guess. I'm not sure if I could do it that way. But like I don't know if this is necessarily the order that we're supposed to go in now. Because this does feel like a late, like near the end thing, you know? I would make the character and then probably figure out how they would fit into the story or how they were going to meet them or something nearer to the end of my process. It just seems like a weird thing to start with. I would probably have put this nearer to the end, but I don't know.
So I don't know. I'm fine with his first point essentially being like first impressions, right? Um I like how to put this. Um So, like, I like to use first impressions a couple times, like, throughout my campaign,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, it's difficult. It can be difficult to do if the party knows, like, oh, we are going to this location and this setting, and we are going to speak to this person. Like, it can be a little more difficult to, like, how to put this, um to catch the players, like, off guard with your impression, right?
Sure.
um But I do believe in the power of, like, just sprinkle, like, little things in through each interaction. If it is an NPC that the party will interact with, like, multiple times,
Mm.
sprinkle, like, a little hint here, a little like a little something there. So something that I like to do in a lot of my campaigns is the first tavern keeper
Yeah.
that the party meets is a retired adventurer.
Yeah.
He's a level 20 rogue. And something that I like to do with those, like, early interactions is each time I like to sprinkle in a little roguish spice, like, oh, hey, when you're turning in your money for the tavern keeper, he takes your money in his right hand, and it's gone away into the coin purse on his left hip
Mm-hmm.
before you even see his hand move.
Mm-hmm.
um a little something.
Yeah, sure.
Like, oh, hey, you notice that I don't know, they notice that he's particularly perceptive,
Right,
right?
right.
Or that something across the table, the bar starts to spill, and he bonus action, like, moves across the bar really fast, and
Right,
they're like,
right.
whoa. um and that's how you lead into him being a retired adventurer. um so I would agree with not only first impressions,
Mm-hmm.
but just kind of impressions in general.
Yeah.
If you know that the party is going to be going and, like, seeing someone in that setting, then you have a chance to uh give a little, how to put this, to sort of tweak how your table as a group thinks of the character. You have a
Right,
chance to modify it.
right.
And how will you cultivate that through each interaction?
Yeah, well, cuz like I think of at least with what I've been doing with Raphael a little bit. You guys have had, I don't know what your first impression of him was, to be fair. Um but
Forgive me, Raphael.
the
Oh, yes, in Vampire, yes.
yes.
Okay.
Um Regardless of what your first impression was of him, I think that the current stuff that's going on has shown a different side of him. That
Mhm.
is it is it's built off of what the first impression was. Um, it's that continuation of
Uh,
it, but it's not necessarily the exact same. You know?
Mm. I would just say that the overall vibe I've gotten is, like, very, very old vampire
Right.
who has been around for so long that he's not really particularly concerned or perturbed by anything.
Right.
And he's just like, it's chill, dude. It's fine. Nothing ever happens.
Right.
Uh, Basically.
Right. Right. Yeah. Right. And so it's one
um.
of those things where now with what's currently going on, it's a little different now. Like at least with what Nicholas has been has introduced, I suppose. But yeah, and so having him be, you know, more than just that nothing ever bothers him kind of guy, I guess. Because certain things could, right? At least from what has been going on, certain things could. Now that you can tell.
Whatever is a threat to like whatever actually would rock the boat, I imagine.
Yeah. And then you have, you know, just your run of the mill more kind of guys of like Smiley. Smiley probably will not change much in your eyes because of how he acts. He's a little bit of a shit. And
I fucking love Smiley so much.
and yeah, so it's
Smiley has taken the same spot in this campaign. I like to think as Tharnanar in Boo's campaign.
I like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, and so and his first impression to each of you has been a little different, or at least the first time he's met each of you. Same impression, I'm pretty sure, but I think yours was the most detailed first meeting, with him just appearing to you basically from nowhere while you've been
we had a while to chat also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys haven't really talked to him too much besides that. Which is a shame.
Well, like, how would Davis contact him, right?
Right, yeah. There's been a couple of there've been a couple of things.
Aiden loves any interaction with Smiley. But yeah, no, I don't really have Davis has no real way of contacting him.
It's true.
And he is also very sussed out by him.
Technically,
so,
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's. I'll bring that up later. Anyway.
Well, Davis is kind of sussed out by any NOS, right?
That's
he kind
fair.
of thinks they're a little shifty.
Yeah, that's you know,
a little shifty.
Yeah, true. But yeah, so. But for this section, I see Kraken says it feels like a people as functions approach, which isn't a wrong way to do it. No, and I wouldn't say so as well. Like, I think it's a good viewpoint for if you need the NPCs to be functional, rather than like window dressing or set dressing in some way. But my only concern, I guess, is that this is your first step in making it so that it's the faster process, I guess, because thinking about an initial reaction or an initial take that your players are going to have, at least to me, feels like something that I honestly wouldn't even think of most of the time. But if I do have to think about it, it would be nearer to the end, because like I'm going to make the character and I'm going to have them be the way they are, and whenever they meet them, like they'll have whatever impression they're going to have of them, you know? That's just kind of out of my control mostly. Like, I can tailor things if I want to, but I would rather just think about what the character is going to do in the scene rather than what I want them to think about the character, you know?
Yeah. Something that I'm trying to think back to the first interaction that my party had with the Patchwork Doctor in my first D&D campaign.
Yeah.
And I think it was I can't I'm trying to like harken back to what I was thinking, and like I remember being like, oh, I can't have the big bad fight the party for real. He would curb stomp them.
Sure.
But I want them to like meet him, and I want them to have like an impression of him. And I had done my best to sprinkle I don't even know if it was a lab that they were in, the area, the place where this interaction took place.
Yeah.
I had done my best to sprinkle in clues about like the patchwork doctor's nature of like he sewed parts of like bodies onto himself
Right.
to replace himself as he aged. And when I forget why, I think he was like under some strict orders from like his superior to like as soon as they knew that the lab had been breached and that like their location was no longer secret, he was to like essentially like just not quite burn the lab,
Right.
because that implies like, you know, torch the lab, but like burn insofar as like get out, that place is no longer secure, like,
Yeah.
forget about it, right?
Yeah.
Faye, forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah.
But like as he saw the party as they like turned down a passageway into the room that he was in.
Right.
And he stepped through a portal and like reached his arm through and like twisted a skull that was on a pedestal.
Right.
And like fucked up the mojo that went into like making the portal.
Right.
So they would have to like recast it and relink those two destinations, which the party doesn't know what that destination was. So I was like, oh, the party can't follow him through.
Right.
And he will his arm will cut off as the portal cuts. But like naturally, he's the patchwork doctor. Why would he care? He can find a new arm.
Exactly.
And that was the impression, the sense that I wanted to leave the players with of like, oh wow, like this is some fucked up dude who doesn't even care if he loses a limb even. This is a bad hombre we're fucking with. I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? You're making like having left an impression, I guess, is something that I did think about for like Moses and his speech. Like that was the thing that I did for coming up with that scene for you guys to view from the video, and all of that. I guess that is one thing though. Technically, that isn't the first time that you guys have seen him, so. Yeah. It's just one of those things.
I don't know the other place that we've seen him.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, with that whole thing, there was this error but it was more to introduce the threat, I guess, a lot more, into the story, so. Or at least one of the threats, I guess. You know, there's always more than one threat to being a vampire. But anyway.
Wait, did you just say there's one threat to being a vampire?
There's always more than one, is what I said.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think of when an NPC comes up is to think about their voice. Their voice will say so much about them. Think about it. We draw so many conclusions based on how someone talks. Voice and behavior are key once the NPC steps onto the stage. Their voice and behavior will reinforce or contrast with that first impression. So this haughty noble who sneers with every word sets a very different tone than a noble who speaks softly, choosing their words carefully. Similarly, a merchant who laughs loudly and slaps the players on the back is going to feel more engaging than one who monotones through their entire transaction. Think about the small, repeatable mannerisms that can bring your NPC to life, and how they talk and how they communicate, how their voice shines. Do they always interrupt others? Do they tap their fingers nervously? These are quirks that you can improvise in the moment and don't need to be super elaborate, but it gives the player something to latch onto and something that makes the NPC feel like a person and not just a cardboard cutout. Now, on that note, something to keep in mind is that you can also have two completely different characters with the same voice or the same accent, because the speed with which they talk or the way they use the words can completely differentiate them. For example, two characters might have a thick, gruff accent, but one speaks with slow deliberation, choosing their words carefully, while the other spits out their sentences rapid fire with a touch of aggression. Even with the same voice, their personality and their energy will feel entirely different. Now, next, after I've sort of considered that, what I like to do is think about their...
Oh, okay. I thought we were going like 2 minutes for each. That's fine. But yeah, with the voice thing, so doing a voice is something that I try to do here and there. But obviously it's more of a I don't know, when I do my my characters, a lot of the time it's just my voice, but like different inflection, I guess. Because that's simple enough, that's easy enough, and then just describing mannerisms and stuff is how you differentiate them more so, / the context of the scenes, right? That's easier than doing a whole voice, for sure. And I try not to, wear it out by doing something elaborate when I know that I can't a lot of the time, or at least sustain it.
Yes.
The only one that I'll make an exception for is is Smiley right now, but
Remember when Boo had
Yes.
that character?
Yes.
Was it Tongralouse?
It was no, Tongralouse was a different one. Fuck. He was the big guy who was like the really good smith.
Yeah. In
yeah,
the bazaar.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But that guy who was just supposed to be a generic one throwaway character, who then became this character that we then had repeated interactions with.
Yeah.
And this sustain was just frying Boo.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's fix this. Magic sensu bean. What?
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly. That was probably one of the best points for that. I liked that one a lot. Wait, is that how you pronounce haughty? Yeah, haughty. Haughty. Yeah. Google says hatty. That's what I thought.
No.
Perception of reality saved. No, haughty. If it's hatty, no. What? Hold on. All right, I gotta go into Google.
That's like hefty, right? Like no.
Yeah.
It's haughty.
Haughty.
Yeah, haughty. Is there? What?
I don't know if I get AI
Haughty.
getting poisoned or some shit.
Oh no! It's just it's still haughty is still pronounced the same way. It just looks like it sounds different because it says HAA, but that
Haughty.
haughty.
Oh yeah, but
haughty.
A together phonetically is like a long A.
Exactly.
It's an ah.
Yeah. Haughty.
So like you could say hafty.
Right. Yeah.
Wait,
I guess.
whoa, haughty.
Woo. Hafty. Yeah. No. Haughty. Haughty. It's not you're not calling somebody a hottie, like you're saying someone is haughty. It's different. But anyway.
appearance. Now, if I need something in a hurry or I'm just completely blanking, I lean on reality. Who would I run into in a real bar in a tavern? Who would I run into in a library? Or if I walked into my local government building, who would I find on the council seat, or, you know, whatever your equivalent is? I use that as sort of the basis of what they look like. And if I can't think of anything off the top of my head, I just try to find one thing that is a distinguishing feature that makes them stand out. They're missing a hand and instead they have a gold one. They're missing an eye. They have a big limp. Their eyes are solid black. Whatever it is, this one thing can be enough to help your players latch onto them better. And if all else fails, something I like to do is just pick an actor that pops into my head that I would like to cast as them and just describe Jon Snow or Harry Potter or Ed Sheeran the Bard. Pulling from reality and giving them a little quirk is a really quick fix for a sudden brain fart. Now, once I have introduced the characters and I know...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's sponsor block.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. I like making fun of when people do sponsors, though. Not to say that they can't or that they shouldn't. I'm just saying it's fun.
So something that I like to do is appearances are important, but if you want a character to be memorable, one of the things that I like to do is have them do something over the scene or like during the scene that like predominates the scene, and that is I think a better way to make the NPC memorable in players' minds.
Yeah. Actually making it so that they're part of the story rather than visually distinct. Like it can do the same thing, but like, yeah, I would agree with you that they feel more memorable when they contribute in some way. Long A is what I meant. Haughty would read like haughty to me, but this guy said hofty a minute ago. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't catch that.
Hofty.
Oh, weird. Okay. Ugh. Anyway.
Yeah.
what they look like. Then
It slipped by me.
Can start to go a little bit deeper. And this is where you want to consider one or two quick questions to flesh them out. Usually you want to be thinking about this while your players are talking about how they are going to interact with them. That way you are not sitting there in silence and you're using their time on stage as sort of your moment for figuring out these questions. Now for me, there are only two things that I really need, but you can figure out what questions you would prefer to ask in order to flesh them out. But I like to find out what their goal is. This NPC wants to own a bakery, or they want to find out who murdered their adventuring party, or they're trying to rebuild their old village. And then I find out what their one fear is, whether that's dragons, or it's authority, or wolves.
Didn't we... There was another NPC video that we covered that did this, that said that their fear and their goal were, like, the most important things or something. This is striking some bell.
Their what and their what?
Their fear and, like, their goal are the most important things for, like, how to...
Oh, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, like, it is in my brain racking around right now. Because I remember at the time it was like... I don't know, it didn't seem right at the time. And for this, it's like, sure, I guess... the fear and the goal is fine to be your questions. Like, that's not a bad thing. But, like, I don't know. Yeah? I don't know. It's like, it's...
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an irrational fear to harbor.
Having a goal and a fear is more than enough to use as kindling for your role-playing. I've said it before in other videos, what you fear and what you want are going to dictate a lot of what your role-playing is, because based on the answer to those two questions, you can really start to understand the motivation for characters, how they're going to interact with different types of people, how they're going to interact with different situations. Those two questions can really motivate everything that you need to know about your NPC. And if you really want to make them stand out with one or both of those things, put that in conflict with the party. So their goal might be the exact opposite of the party's goal. Or maybe the young barback has always wanted to leave town and become an adventurer, that's their goal, and they ask the party if they can join them. And now you have this...
God, you're showing clips from fucking the Uncharted movie? Oh, sorry. Just, oh.
Well, hold on, I've not actually seen it. I need to see it again.
Leave town and become an adventurer, that's their goal, and they...
Is that... Oh, that is from Uncharted.
Yeah. Where they made Sully into Mark Wahlberg for some reason.
They ask the party if they can join them. And now you have this NPC side...
Sorry, it distracted me super hard. Oh god. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so here's my thing with the fear goal thing, right? I with the fear part, I don't know if I need that in the moment, right? Because like I can have like dislikes and stuff. I can figure out who this character is. But like the fear aspect, I'm not entirely sure is necessary right then.
Exactly. I'm of the same mind. Like, yeah, you can have things that your NPC is drawn to and things that they're averse to.
Yeah.
But like, we don't necessarily need to go into like calling it, oh, what is their biggest fear, even if it's like their friends and stuff being harmed or whatnot. It's like, sure, how is that helpful in the moment, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like your NPCs are like, you're going to flush out your world with a lot of NPCs, and they're going to have a lot of different fears.
Exactly.
And because of that, I don't necessarily think that relying on fears, like what is their fear and what is their goal in this moment, I don't necessarily know if that's going to be helpful in most cases.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It feels like that would take more time than I want to have in that moment if I'm creating the NPC right there and then, because that seems to be the case that we're describing here. If this is an improv NPC right there and then that we have to flesh out.
Generally, with a lot of my improv NPCs, the goal of any interaction with the party is to try to end the interaction as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the goal is survive. Absolutely.
So, oh no, like the party interacts with a merchant going the opposite direction as them on the road. And in that scene, that merchant's goal is, I need to get to where I can sell my cabbages. And my fear is talking on the party on the road, taking too long, and my cabbages spoiling.
Yeah, a lot of like, if we're talking about creating NPCs that are supposed to be memorable and stuff, I would honestly argue that these in the moment ones, they could become that if we continue to build off them, but in the moment they don't have to be anything too special, right? We can make our NPCs that are the actual important aspects of whatever we're running, right? Those are the ones that we have more fleshed out. And then as we go and find the in-between people that we need to, they get fleshed out as much as necessary, right? Um, yeah, like, excuse me. The thing that helps me at least with that kind of thing is what I've done here is write down names. Just give names, because that already is so much more than anything that you need, right? They're just gonna write down a name and say, this is that guy, and then I start giving them a description, because it might as well, in case you are taking notes on it and saying, you know, this is how tall they are, this is what they're dressed like, this is their hair color, this is their eye color. That's identifying features that you could then know so that you can find them again, basically, in a crowd if you really needed to. And then we start interacting whatever the scene is based off of. So, like, you know, we're in a bar. This person is probably either getting drunk, or doesn't want to talk to these people because he wants to get drunk. You know, like,
yeah, their goal is getting drunk, and their fear is being sober.
Exactly. So, but, like, they could be a helpful person too. They know some things here and there, but, like, somebody's just approaching them randomly, so, like, why would they talk to them? You know, you can start thinking about that kind of stuff and then tailor it to that NPC. Some of them might be that way. Some of them might be more friendly because they've got a few more drinks in them. You know, it just...
By the way, Alejo, I just really quick wanted to say, to, like, sort of add on to and bolster your point before you get too far away from it. I believe we've discussed a video in the past that mentioned, like, just have some junk NPCs on standby.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, flesh out a page with, like, 8 or 10 different NPCs with the location and purpose of the NPC being blank, but everything else being fleshed out.
Yeah.
And now if the party goes somewhere where you don't expect, well, hey, you've got, like, a Nord, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, that's Skyrim anyway.
Yeah, no, you're good.
You've got the fucking Furbolg,
Sure.
like, old Furbolg woman, who is tiny for her age, but still bigger than most people.
Yeah. There you go.
Or whatever.
Right.
See that? You see how long that took me to think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could avoid that time. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just have those NPCs on standby.
Yeah, for sure. Hello, Pizza Funk. But my biggest fear is that a rock would suddenly jut out of the ground and stab me in the nipple. There you go. Hell yeah. That's your biggest fear. That's what you can go for. Or avoid, excuse me. But yeah, no, it's just I don't know. It for improv NPCs, it just seems rather more useful to focus on the situation rather than making them incredibly fleshed out, I guess. If that's what we're going for, instead of, like, the more important stuff, like the important NPCs and stuff. Because, like, and again, if you're good at improv, if you're good at coming up with this shit just like that, then go for it. Absolutely. Like, no problems there whatsoever. You can come up with a character, figure out all this stuff in, like, 5 seconds. Hell yeah, go for it, you know? But I don't know. I feel like for those kinds of characters, we're thinking more of, like, well, this is somebody that I've already made way beforehand, you know?
It's something that, how to put it, improving NPCs has always been really difficult for me because whenever I, as a DM, am sitting there describing the NPC, I'm thinking, oh, anything I say, I'm like they're liable to take notes on and
Right.
repeat back at me later and tell me, "Oh, well, you said this,"
Yep.
and I'll be standing there with my ass exposed as the DM, going, what? I would never say that. Surely you were wrong." Um. And I don't want to have to do that. So, I just like to prep NPCs ahead of time, as is my want. You don't have to do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, it's been especially evident, I would say, if you've been listening to Vampire, that whenever I come up with somebody, you can tell that I'm coming up with what they look like right there and then, and everything. It's quite obvious. But at that point, I write down what I've got most of the time, unless I don't intend for them to be something that's a recurring character. At that point, then they exist at that point, and we don't have to worry about them. But if I do want them to become something, then after that session, when I've made that person and I've taken my notes, if I have, then that's when I start thinking about, oh, okay, so this is the person now. Let's figure out what more is going on with him or her or whoever, right? Or them. We just like or groups even. It could be that I come up with like a whole fucking bunch of people at once that are just like gonna be around. It's like, okay, well now we need to figure out their motivations and stuff. But in the moment, it has to play out like it would make sense for people who are there. And that's really what I find is the most important.
Cake that the players may or may not fall in love with. And if you need something for them to fear, well, they're actually terrified of the Dragonborn in the party because of something that happened a long time ago. So you see how these two simple questions can really set the stage for the basis of your role-playing without having to think about it for longer than a minute or two. And then once I have all of that, the very last thing I like to think about is their actual stat block. Well, why am I putting that last? Well, because realistically, you'll probably
the
never...
stat block?
Yeah, it looks like it. Which
all right.
That's fine.
I will not say no.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I think that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. The like coming up with what the character can do is probably important to me if they're going to act in certain ways. And figuring out like if they're going to potentially take damage and stuff. Otherwise, I can probably do that on the fly too. Of just like, hey, this person has like this much health. Okay, here we go. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, if it's just an interaction where you just want to establish, like I said, like establish an impression, like for a domineering, like a theme, I guess, for the character of like,
sure.
When you think of the character, you want to think of how they are this way.
Sure.
A primary adjective, I guess, for the character.
Okay.
If you want to establish a primary adjective for a character, don't be afraid to lie and make the scene. Don't be afraid to break the rules of the scene as DM in order to make the scene happen that you need to happen.
Sure.
Going to need it. NPCs are rarely going to be used in combat unless you're trying to get them killed. At least that's how I like to run my games. I'm always reminding them that the average person, the commoner in the world, has a stat of 10 across the board. Most people have less than 10 HP.
Or less.
The party, they're the main characters.
It could be 9.
An NPC, 9 times out of 10, is not going to be a challenger in a fight or a fighter that's in the fray. But just in case, if you happen to need one, the easiest thing you can do is just find a stat block that most closely resembles what you need. This NPC they met is a city guard, and in this particular city, they are called peacekeepers. Well, there is no peacekeeper in the books, obviously, but there are guards, there are knights, there are bandit captains, and more. Well, I'll take a standard guard, give them a higher con or a higher wisdom because maybe they're a little magical. I swap out their weapon with something that makes sense, and I give them the ability to zip line to any place they can see within 30 feet. Well, that's just Misty Step without the magic. And now you have this high-tech zip-lining city guard, and I didn't have to do anything except type in guard stat block 5e on Google. Once you've done this enough times, you don't need to reference their stat block.
And gave them an ability. Like, that's just stat block modification. I'll be honest. When I made I think one of my favorite bosses ever in I think my second campaign that I DM'd, it was just an alligator but big.
Yes, that's right. Alligator but big.
Yep. I wanted to have a quick monster of the week for my players. And I knew that they were going to be on the river for most of the session, so I was like, alligator, but make it big. I flipped to a random page of, I think it was actually the DMG. It was one of the books that the alligator is on.
Right.
Oh, actually, I think it was in Pathfinder 2e.
Nice.
I just took it and was like, you know what? This is like an alligator, but juiced up a little. Fuck it, they're facing a Devil Joe alligator. You know what? No, it's an alligator, but it's just really big. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Because you can create one on the fly in your head. For example, a guard would have a higher strength or dex depending on their fighting style, and a mage would have higher wisdom or intelligence. Knowing that helps inform your rolls because instead of looking for a stat block, I can just tell myself in my head, well, they have a +3 to this or a -1 because it makes sense without having to go to any source material because it's just based on intuition. At least that's what I do. That's what helps me. I hope this helps you. Let me know in the comments down below what you do to make your NPCs stand out and make them faster, make them better, and feel more alive for your party. Now, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but I've heard that Tobias was found wandering into that crazy castle in the Feywild, while some of you encountered the Obsidian King that guards the place. The Obsidian King presented themselves to you and then melted away into the shadows. They seem to be letting you pass into the castle. You make your way through it, you find a door that leads into a dungeon. Walking down the halls of this dungeon, you find Tobias. And he's trapped inside a cage, this weird cage of roiling light. He seems to be breathed in some sort of arcane power, but he's there, and he's alive. What do you do next? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, my friends. Forge on, and we'll see you next time, adventurers.
That's a way to get comments and stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad video. I would.
And here's the Serious Sam 2 cutscene number 30.
Why did it go to this? What the fuck? Okay. Well, we were doing Serious Sam 2, and we needed to see the cutscenes. They don't show in multiplayer. For some reason, it went from the video that I had into the playlist. Okay. Well, weird. Anyway, so.
Not a bad video.
No.
Not necessarily suited, I think, to how I style NPCs in a way that works for my brain.
Exactly.
But I hope that his advice works for a lot of people.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Again, like I was trying to say, is this it's fine as a video. I think the advice is fine. With it being faster and better.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily about that.
I don't know about that, but I will say that video did say let's see. This is how I build faster and better NPCs. So, I guess that gives the metric of he thinks that it's faster and better for you know, the games that he runs. Which
yeah, like the advice found in that video is genuinely, I think, pretty good.
Yeah.
Um and then what small differences I have are just like kind of personal.
Exactly.
And yeah. Um I had something else that I thought I was gonna mention or was thinking, but it's gone.
Yeah, no, the thing that I would say just in general, just as a closing for your building of NPCs is this is a mileage may vary case, of course, as all things are, where if you're better at improv, then you might be able to follow these steps better um, for these kinds of characters in the moment. Um, and if not, I would suggest taking some time and just creating a bunch of, like what Aiden was saying before, template NPCs that you can just slam in as you need if you really need something.
Yes, I was gonna
Otherwise,
mention that it has useful advice in it, like template NPCs.
yeah. Otherwise, I would say Um, you don't have to stress necessarily about those junk characters, if you will, the flora and the fauna that they have to stop and smell here and there, right?
Mhm.
If they are there to serve a purpose, and that is the only thing they need to do, you can give them a quirk here and there, but they don't have to be anything more unless you want to make them more. Slash, maybe the players are talking about them a little bit in a way, and um, then you get to take off like what they're saying and say, "Oh, okay, yeah, this guy can be kind of like this. Yeah, that's fine." You know, that way you can kind of make an NPC together in a way. If you really want to do it that way too.
Um, I
But
did like
yeah,
how he mentioned how you can have your NPCs have like, oh, this one has like a false eye, or
yeah,
like, oh, they're missing a hand or whatever. Um, even though I have leaned more toward having the NPC do an action
mm-hmm.
as a way of setting the NPC apart, um, I will say that I, as a DM, have always struggled with thoughts of like, oh, am I making my NPCs memorable
Mm,
enough?
mm-hmm.
Um, which I do think is kind of common to most NPCs.
Yeah,
So, you know what? In the future, I may try to do a combo of appearance and also they're doing something.
yeah. Well, I was thinking for that kind of thing. I don't remember if you remember when you met the Duchess. Um, do you remember
Mm,
that moment?
what?
She was the
I'm
nonce
sorry, I
that
do
was
not.
in
Uh,
underground that you had for the trying to get a new identity and stuff.
yes. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
so when you met her, one of the things that I mean, she was just like sitting there with like watching monitors and stuff, and
Mm.
had a band tee on of Metallica, um and one of the things she would do was like thread her tongue between the holes in her face um while she was doing
Oh,
things.
okay.
Yeah, that was something where I was like, I was combining something of an appearance plus a thing that the character
Yeah,
does.
uh, plus a habit.
Exactly, a habit that the character does, just to
Mm.
have as like this thing to make them more uh, uh not necessarily it was to make them more memorable, it was just to show
Uh,
that they did that,
what
you know.
I remembered us being like under, or I remembered
Yeah,
being underground when I met the Duchess. I just didn't know what the context was.
right,
I was
right.
like, oh, well, what was this character? I remembered them being important. I remembered almost the Duchess was like a primogen though. That
uh
is my
I,
um
never, it was never discussed, what role they have in the society, but I mean, if that's what you think, that's what you think.
Mm.
Right?
Whoa.
Whoa.
The Davis theory is the Duchess is the primogen.
There you go. I will not take that away from you.
Yeah. It's my theory, god damn it.
I will just take it away from you when I disprove it or enforce it.
No!
Who knows?
You can't! You can't!
What? Okay, fine. What if I enforce it enough that it is true? What if I do that?
What? Davis believes the Nosses are shisty bastards.
Right.
The Duchess could just be the primogen from the shadows.
Oh! The theory will never die.
Ooh. It's unfalsifiable, goddammit.
Okay. So, we will move on from this to another video by somebody else who is on fire. Whoa!
Ooh.
So,
Very
Flamey
dangerous.
the GM. We covered, I
Flamey
want to
Ohana.
say once. I think. Hold on. I think this one was we were talking about
Very Hollow Knight.
yes. What were we talking about? I know that we've covered Flamey once. Let me look.
Was it your D&D villains aren't evil enough?
Yes. Yes, that's right. That's where it came from. That was the fear thing. I think that was the video. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it was. Yeah, your D&D villains aren't evil enough. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, serendipity, I believe. Somebody can prove me wrong. Anyway, this is the 5 types of NPC.
Really quick, Alejo, I do notice your D&D villains aren't evil enough was 7 months ago. Do you think that it was 7 months ago that we talked about them?
It was episode 232. I just found it, so no. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Was it? Hold on. Now I gotta. I'll check.
I don't know. YouTube just says 7 months ago.
Oh, okay. I'll check. I just closed this. I could have just opened the thing, but I'm already here, so. Description. Flamey. There we go. This was December. So, yes-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even realize. But yeah, so this is the 5 types of NPCs every GM should use. Oh. Should.
Every GM.
So, we will...
Use.
5. So let's see what we've got here.
Have you ever spent 5 hours prepping the perfect NPC with motives and goals and a family tree, only for your players to completely ignore?
Oh, I forgot that he speaks like that. Okay. Sorry. The ending of that sentence, you could hear the trail up in a weird, at least sounded weird to me. Anyway, okay.
Sounded fine to me.
Them, and then the random barkeep you named Greg on the spot becomes the most beloved character in the whole campaign. It can feel a bit disappointing when that happens, yeah, but that's because you're looking at NPCs the wrong way. You see, my little lava gremlins, you don't need infinite types of NPCs. You don't need to build them all out like the player characters. There are 5 types of NPCs actually, and in this video I'll show you how you can see them this way. You'll prep smarter, play smoother, and your NPCs will stop feeling flat. The way I visualize NPCs is in layers, like an onion. The deeper into the core you
like
go, the more depth you need to add to them. So let's start with the outer core, background NPCs.
This is known.
These are the furthest zoom out on your storytelling lens.
Oh, is it gonna be specifically like types that are like this? Like I know it said types in the title, but like the actual like situational types rather than like personality and stuff. Okay. That makes more sense to me.
That was what I feared. Like roles, I guess.
Yeah.
5 primary roles that an NPC serves, purposes, perhaps.
Yeah.
That they serve within the scene.
Exactly.
That determines the NPC. So like I would really like to see if my theory is correct, and Flamey the GM's what Flamey the GM is positing is that there are 5 roles or like 5 purposes that an NPC serves within the campaign or within certain scenes.
Right.
I would like to see their answer for what happens when the party interacts with the NPC within a context outside of the one that Flamey the GM initially thought of. Hello, Boo.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. We are talking about NPCs today, Boo.
Okay. Let me get in the chat.
You just missed talking about faster ways to make them.
Okay.
Which was an alright video. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I take it that was for D&D, or did it have methods that are system neutral?
So you could apply them system neutrally, but D&D was used as examples.
Okay.
I would say. And
I would agree.
yeah, and now we're
There is nothing system specific given in the advice.
yes.
Okay.
I
And
would
that
say
sounds
so.
nice and useful then.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're going into the 5 types of NPCs every GM should use, and basically,
If there's not a DM PC, I will be sad because
No,
I've
well-
used them.
well, so this seems to be more the situational like types,
Ah,
right?
okay.
This seems to be that kind of tier of like you have right now. He's talking about background NPCs, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so and like Aiden was saying, I'm also interested to see what they're gonna say about
What?
what they're gonna say about like when
What?
when
Sorry,
they're
I was opening up a game and it lagged, so you cut out for about a half second there. But it's fine.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I thought it was like disconnecting, but no.
oh, I got you.
Yeah. And I'm just an asshole.
yeah, no, I
Yes.
know that. But no, I'm also interested to see if he has any sort of situations where things will change when you're like talking to a background NPC in the context of them becoming a different tier of NPC or something. Like I don't know, but it'd be just
NPC
neat
tier
to
list coming after this, Jack.
right. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it would be interesting to see some advice for that, maybe, or just trying to prepare yourself for that or something.
The crowd in the marketplace, the soldiers drilling in the courtyard, the villagers running from a dragon. Background NPCs don't get names, they don't get quirks, they don't even get dialogue, they exist purely to sell the scene. I want you to picture your favourite TV show. These are the extras who never speak. They add atmosphere. Think about The Witcher. When he goes back to town to confront Renfrey, these are the townsfolk that are throwing stuff
Never
at
watched
him.
it.
They don't need to use their voices to add to the story.
Oh no, that's not true. I watched like 1 episode, and then I was like, okay, yeah, this is fun. And then I played the games, and I went, ooh, much better.
Story. They're there to set the scene. If Geralt rolled up and there was no one else there, just the people that he was fighting against, the scene would feel flat. It adds that extra layer to the scenes. It lets the audience know that Geralt's gone back to do the right thing, but the people don't even care. And that's all you need them for, just enough to remind the players that the world is breathing, especially when they're not watching it. A tavern feels fuller if laughter is in the corner, dice are being rolled on a table, or a drunk is being carried out by his mates. You don't need to waste time painting them in detail. Don't give every farmer scars and childhood traumas. They're not there to be interacted with. But if you play
But they are. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Because the moment that you start describing anything, the players are going to have the inkling, the need, one might argue,
Yeah.
to say, oh, what are they talking about? Oh, what is that person doing? Because I've done it. Fucking
Yeah.
the
It's like when you are in a box, right?
Yeah.
You want to interact with everything in the box.
yeah.
Just like do an initial interaction with everything before you go, okay, what do we as a party want to interact with further? And like what storylines do we want to pursue, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Also, Timothy
Not to
says,
mention the fact
probably-
that from a writing perspective,
Yeah.
once you've chosen to describe something, it becomes important.
yeah, it really does. But even if it's not that important, right? Like it doesn't, like, especially
Yeah.
from when we're actually just playing the game, anything could then just be a tangent that we just fucking go with, you know?
Exactly.
It really, like, what is important is not for anybody who's like running the thing to necessarily decide on their own.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
I just mean that, like, once you've given it a description, it does stand out more than.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
For example, if you're in like a field and you actually describe the grass and the dirt and stuff, players will start to think, well, okay, he's describing it. That must mean that there's something to it. So they'll be like, I investigate. There might not be anything to it, but that's kind of, where people tend to go.
Yes, exactly.
You're in a field and the blades of grass are all screaming.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Stuff like that, for sure. For sure. Timothy says hi, Boo.
By the way,
Hello.
Boo.
Yeah.
What was the name of that Smith character in your campaign whose voice was like
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't
Crawl
Rolron, I know
Relish?
that. Crawl Relish, that was it.
There
yeah.
I got
Okay.
there. Hey, it just took me a while.
Nice. Yeah, no, because demon names,
Yes.
Yeah.
Crawl Relish.
Yeah.
Okay.
The devil names.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
devil
come,
names, my
yes, come on.
Yeah. Big difference. Big fucking
difference. Big difference.
Yes.
Um,
Unless one of you is using one to fuel your powers.
Well,
Then-
unless one of us is secretly splicing our very essence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
I don't think I've done that voice in fucking. You know what? No, the last time I did it, I'm pretty sure it's when me and Alejo played fucking Halo, and I was just doing the fucking what is it? Gravemind.
Yeah, Gravemind.
It
It was Gravemind.
voice.
Yeah, for sure. That's right. I remember that.
He zooms in and starts talking to one. Congratulations, the NPC just leveled up into the next category.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
there
I
you
like
go.
to call this one the randos, the bit parts. These are the one-scene wonders, the barkeep, the gate guard, the sailor with a limp who mutters, "Don't trust the sea." Randos are not pivotal. They're not meant to join the party. They're not steering the story. They're improv characters you pull out of a hat when the players decide to wander. But they deserve a bit more depth. Imagine your players walking into an apothecary, asking for healing potions, and the NPC just responds back like a robot. You need to give them a quirk, a couple of memorable lines.
You don't need to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No, you really don't need to. They can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can.
Yeah, in fact, you don't need to. It's in fact your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all
I wouldn't necessarily advise choosing not to, but
Sure, yeah.
you don't have to.
No. Well, that's the thing. If they're just a rando shopkeeper and they just do their job and they do their job well, that's enough. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that's already a quirk. They do their job well.
Yeah, they're just normal.
They're just good at their job. Whoa.
Yeah.
Takes. And sometimes when you do that, your players will latch onto them. They'll adopt the cabbage vendor, drag him into the spotlight and demand more. And when that happens, you have a choice. Either keep them as a joke, or you let them level up into a recurring role. That's what makes randos fun. They're like a sitcom character who was never supposed to matter, but the audience demands their return. Think about Jesse Pinkman, who was supposed to die in season 1 of Breaking Bad. He lived because people loved him. And don't forget, your players are the audience. Sometimes they'll demand more screen time from Greg the Innkeeper than your carefully plotted noble. Because let's face it, there's nothing to say your characters ain't gonna hate them. You can spend hours working on a character you think they're gonna love and is gonna help them on their journey, for them to just turn around and say, God, he's a dickhead. Where did Greg go? Did we not take him with us? And you know what? That's fine. That's great. But until that moment, don't waste hours prepping them. Randos are layer 2 NPCs. And a surface description and a couple of memorable lines is all you need.
Sure.
And have you guessed the next category yet? No? It's your
Recurring.
helpers and supporting cast. These are your guides, your mentors, your travelling companions, or NPCs that fill a party gap. They're not just there for laughs, they exist to support the players
This
when the
is a
story
roll
would otherwise...
video.
What?
This is a roll video.
Yeah. I'm actually now interested to see what the last two are, because I'm assuming the last one is your, like, antagonist?
Yeah, that's what I would assume anyway.
I don't see what else, like, because the helpers and stuff, I guess it's, yeah, I'm just not sure, because the helpers and stuff could be many different, like, tiers of helpers, you know, if you will. They could be very important to the story. They could be not so important. They're just there as like a mercenary. Like it could be anything, I feel. So I'm not sure what gets higher than something that is supposed to be a pivotal role, you know?
That could be like
maybe
Lawgiver or something.
Sure, yeah.
And I'm thinking
Guide.
maybe like world NPCs, like a king or you know, like a baron or whatever. Maybe that's like level 3.
I guess like fixture NPC, something like that, where they are that way because they need to be in the world for it to make sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Pillar NPCs.
Pillar's a good word. I like that.
Or Hashira if you're a fucking weeb.
Unfortunately, I'm not.
Sure.
Unfortunately,
Maybe
you're not, dude. We can help you with that.
Poor choice of words. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah.
Players need a ranger to get through the jungle, or maybe they need a healer to cover a missing role, or someone who knows the Thieves Guild. And I want to point out that there's nothing wrong with filling a party gap with an NPC temporarily. I've had it in a few games where the party doesn't have a healer anymore, and they just keep getting downed all the time. So there's nothing wrong with just adding in someone just to fill that gap until it gets sorted.
Yep.
And if you're worried about them taking the spotlight, you just have to give them a few quirks, a few limits. Make them nervous, give them a restriction. The guide knows the path, but panics in combat. The cleric can stabilize but not heal fully. The wizard is brilliant but cursed and can't use their best magic.
I'm not that kind of cleric.
Yeah, there
Like,
it is.
I mean, come on, you know, like that's what you do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And one thing that worked well at my table was I gave the NPC to the players, and I just let them control them. And I know that's not for everyone, but you might have one player who can handle 2 characters at the same time. The reason I did this was because I got a bit too invested with the NPC. I started wanting to be a player, part of the team, and then I started taking the spotlight away from them. But if I hand them the NPC, then they keep the spotlight. And to clarify, I did everything outside of combat with this NPC. I just let the players do the fighting, which seemed to work perfectly.
Well, it's good that you clarified,
it just
because
made them...
otherwise I would have clicked off the video and let a negative review on Yelp.
On Yelp.
feel a bit more comfortable, I think, that I wasn't taking over. And the other thing you can do is just have them part of a plot. So you have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. They just are part of either Act 1 or a story quest. That way you're not lumbering around an NPC the whole time. And I usually find after a big arc, there's lingering actions that need to be taken care of. You might have saved a village and now need to rebuild. That NPC can stay there and help. The party's now leveled up. The player that couldn't make it for a few sessions has now come back. So now that NPC can aid the story off screen. So helpers being a layer 3 NPC means you go below surface and quirks. You go for a motive, enough to add spice, enough to reflect the themes, but not enough to outshine the party. They're there to make the players shine and enrich the story, not steal the stage.
I think that it's a good thing to like give that that point of you can just make this person, but make it so that they are being used by the party, like whoever the player. I'm sorry, in the party, like they can take turns even controlling what they are, who they are, if you want in some way.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that.
Yeah, just so that you can have that character, you can be that character, right? But as the GM, and then make it so that the players are still the ones, like he's saying, the ones in the spotlight, the ones making the decisions. Hell, in combat, they can be calling out to this guy and then saying, "Yeah, hey, fucking get that guy," you know, and he's like, "Got it," and he fucking goes, you know. And then they carries out the things as he does.
Yeah,
I think it's great as a solution for it, for sure.
Yeah,
but like, don't be a coward and not use a DMPC. I mean, come on.
yeah. Just turn them into more of a not orderly. What is the an orderling? Is that it? Is that the word or no?
The hireling.
Yeah, hireling. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. For sure.
Turn them effectively into a hireling, so that way they basically, like you said, they just give them orders, and so the DM just responds to that as an order.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That way the DM can play and manage them, but not, wind up, stepping out of bounds.
Overshadowing them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That way everything that the DMPC does came as a result of players.
Exactly.
So you could even make them strong or really helpful. It's just that, they don't really do much unless given the order.
Exactly. Hell, that's kind of what we did with Mocha, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because she's a dog.
Yeah.
She just did what we told her.
She's a 3 dogs.
Yeah, she's a 3 dog and a throg, one might say.
Oh my god.
One might say. I don't know if I would, but
that's
one might.
That's a whole different thing.
yeah, true. Wait a minute. But yeah, so it's just it works out. It really does, I feel. So
it's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Really not.
Now, kids, we're getting in deep water. We're on to the pivotal NPCs. These are your kings, your queens, your spy masters, guild
Makes
leaders,
sense.
childhood friends who turn revolutionary. They're the load-bearing walls of your story. They don't tend to travel with the party. They don't join every fight. But when they show up, everything bends around them. If they die, the campaign shifts. If they betray the party, the story pivots. From a writer's perspective, these are your reoccurring cast members. Think Alfred in Batman, Spy Master Varys in Game of Thrones, Vesemir and Jaskier in The Witcher. Pivotals need depth, voice, motives, flaws, contradictions. Why are they helping? What do they want? What's the cost siding with them? These are the characters your players are going to push, they're going to test them, and you're going to want them to hold up under scrutiny. These are the characters that your players meet after a long quest, or the end of an arc. So whatever you've planned for your campaign, or for a specific quest, when you make these characters, think about what questions will the party have? What answers do they have? What do you want to give away? Do they want to be more mysterious? Are they going to lie? Are they going to tell them the truth? Are they going to help them on their journey? Or are they going to leave them with more questions than answers? These NPCs work perfect for foreshadowing. The players have waited a long time to see them, to meet them, to ask them the questions. So setting that foundation early in the game, that when they finally meet, they'll start getting the answers that they need. It definitely helps to keep players invested in the story. And finally, the villains. Yes, they're NPCs
there
too,
you go. Okay.
and they deserve
That's
the
what I
most
thought.
effort of all. Villains are more than pivotal. They're the opposition, the force that not just shapes the world, but the players themselves. They make the party ask, what kind of heroes are we?
Oh god, don't
and
do
villains
it.
don't always start as villains.
Don't do
Why
it.
are you
They can
It's
be
red! It's red! Sorry. That was the whole... People were fucking eating this shit up. Oh my god, it's such shit. Sorry. Okay. It's a whole fucking thing. Oh my god, he turned into Darth
Just the
Vader.
fact just the fact that it was red, that's red, that he had a red lightsaber.
It did this transition into Darth Vader, and it was red, and like it was the most surface level thing.
Yeah.
In a shit show. So
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
people were super into it. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then nobody talks about this shit because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any lasting fucking cultural impact. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Whole thing.
I hope he'll go into a particular type of villain.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, I'd also like to add something to a pivotal.
For sure.
They make the party ask, what kind of heroes are we? And villains don't always start as villains. They can be helpers who betray you, pivotals whose goals twist against you, even randos elevate into rivals. But once they step into that role, they need depth.
Well, rivals I wouldn't put as villains.
Yeah, no.
That's complete, like, that would just be, like, they are
That's
just...
a whole other word.
Yeah, rivals I would put as rivals.
Yeah, exactly. It's a completely different type, I would say, because they aren't necessarily antagonistic. They could be.
You can have rival heroes.
Yeah, totally. So, like, I don't know. Maybe there are 6. No, at that point, they're just another pit.
I would put them in with pivotal. Because they wouldn't
feel like you would have to have any rival parties that you want to have for your party be like filled with the type of people that are like, oh, we helped these little old ladies across the street, and like, oh, we found these lost kittens, and we donate food to food banks. Like, I kind of feel like you would have to just flood any rival parties with unassailably good NPCs.
Yeah.
That are like smug about it.
Not even necessarily smug, just make them so good because people like this exist who are like, oh, they are rivals and thus they are enemies to be crushed under my heel.
I see.
Right. They're just good people that just get to things before you do. That's all it is.
They're rivals. That means that they're not my enemies. They're not my blood enemies yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Totally. I think I would put rivals more so in like a pivotal.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it more, and I think I would agree with you. They would be more of a pivotal thing because they change the way that the story goes if they do something different to it and all that. Yeah.
But they're unless they specifically are the big bad evil guys in the end, they don't have the world-changing power that big bad evil guys
exactly
have.
It just depends on what role I guess you make those characters into, but most of the time I would put them in pivotals for sure.
Yeah.
5 layers deep. Who are they? What do they want? How do they act? What lines they won't cross? And most importantly, why?
Supernatural.
He is most certainly a villain.
I want to kill everyone because my family died. It's boring. Magneto works because he has a core.
Anti-hero.
True.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I did fucking love him in that show, though.
Yeah, he was great. Oh my god.
He was so good, man.
So good.
One of the best Satans he ever did see.
I'm lost on this it's red thing. That's alright, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're good.
I'm good.
Lucifer works because he thinks he's righteous.
Oh, that Lucifer
Your
too.
villain doesn't need to be
That one's also
sympathetic.
great.
They
He
need
was
to
great,
be
yeah.
intentional. And the easiest way I've found of doing
that Lucifer. Who is he? I've seen like clips.
He's from the show specifically called Lucifer. It was it was another CW show. Based off of the DC Comics Lucifer, I want to say. Though it's loose, I think.
No. Okay, so he is in that multiverse, but he's not technically the same as Lucifer Morningstar.
No. Oh, I thought he had his own DC Comics series, but like not.
Oh, Lucifer Morningstar does have a DC Comics series, but the one in the show is not him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different one.
I could have sworn because it's the CW stuff, and like they did a lot of DC stuff, and then they had him in the crossover.
Yes, they had him in the crossover.
Yeah, you saw that. Okay, you know that. Yeah,
I know that
for like a
it's
second,
great.
And then he's just like, yeah, okay, fuck off.
Yeah, okay, see ya.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I hate you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, Lucifer Morningstar is in DC.
Okay. Yeah, that version of Lucifer is pretty cool. I like him.
Yeah, I love him.
Make them as pivotals first, or lower down the layers. The reason I do this is because it helps me come up with their backstory, their reasoning, without thinking of them as a villain. And once you have all that, you can then ask the question,
that's a good way to do it.
Why are they a villain? What part of this backstory, of their character, of their choices, turned them? The amount of depth you can add doing it this way is huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to start from their basis, right? Like who they are as a person, and then figure out what happened to them that changed them into something that is antagonistic. Whether it be evil antagonistic or it probably most likely will be evil regardless, but I guess more so like a more sadistic evil, or more of a quiet evil, or like any of these types of evil that isn't necessarily only just I kill the people,
Yes.
It could be that too.
Even,
but
what good can be corrupted?
Yes.
In order to make this evil.
Yes, exactly. What could be a temptation towards that that good had to, take in order to do something
what
good.
Good intentions.
Yes.
Ooh.
Exactly.
You can even start with someone who you just wanted as a pivotal, and then as the story progresses, you think, they're actually a villain. The motives I gave them, the way they interact with the players, or just other NPCs, they're not acting like a hero would, or someone who's good, or even neutral. And while others might call me out for this in the comments, I really don't see anything wrong with someone that you didn't plan to be the big bad, being the big bad.
No.
As a GM, we're trying to build this story and create this world that lives even when the players aren't in it. So why can't those characters grow for you as well? I'm forever changing my story. If your story sticks to one track, then you're railroading. So here's my layering rule.
I definitely disagree.
Yeah,
but whatever.
so let's be completely clear here. You can have your overarching story continue to go the way that it goes. You can get to the end of your story the same way, but as long as you aren't forcing it to go a certain way, it's not railroading.
A story can be one note without being railroading, because railroading means specifically that you are forcing players to keep onto the rails.
Yes. Yes.
But just that's like saying if you write a story and offer clues and like a mystery story, and you offer clues and stuff, and the players come to the same conclusion that you railroaded them. No, of course not.
No, exactly. That would be stupid to say. Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why it's just immediately nope. Okay.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Sorry.
Laid out clean for you. Backgrounds are layer 1. They're pure scenery. No lines, atmosphere only. Your randos are layer 2. They get surface level, a quirk, a few memorable lines. Helpers are layer 3. They have motives. Why are they here? Why do they care? Pivotals, they're layer 4. They get motives, contradictions, stakes, fully fleshed out. And your villains at layer 5. They get all the above plus a deep why. This is how I stopped wasting so much effort on NPCs that are in one scene, and how I built villains that I still get moaned at for now. A good moan. Think of it like a writer's toolkit for running better games. So next time you prep, don't drown yourself in lore for every villager. Think like a writer. If you find yourself getting a writer's block, then turn on your favourite TV show or movie and watch it with your GM eyes, and you'll be surprised how much inspiration you get. Until next time, stay spicy, adventurers.
Stay spicy.
Stay spicy. Well, what if I want something sweet?
You can have spicy sweet.
You can?
Yeah. There's
What?
There's oh fuck. I know there's sweet spicy candy. That's specifically a thing.
You can get atomic fireballs that are like cinnamon candy.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, but the cinnamon, I suppose the only cinnamon candy I've ever really had is like a hot tamale, and that's not sweet at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I guess I would have to try one.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
unfortunately, I can't. You got to remind me of this. I can't do candy anymore. Most candies have high fructose corn syrup in them, and I literally can't.
Oh yeah. That's fair.
That's fair. Tragic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart every time I think of that. Anyway, go on.
That's fair. Jalapeno ice cream is a thing. Yes, that's true. That is true.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That sounds like it would be really weird.
It's I don't know. I've not tried it, but it's probably something of it gives you the spice and then it can kind of soothe it at the same time in a way.
Okay, so you know what? Now that I think about it, I have had chili chocolate before, and that was good.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That was actually not bad at all. Spicy chocolate's not bad.
There we go. We found it.
We found it.
But yeah, I think that this video is pretty okay.
Yeah. Aside from that, like, one absolutely ridiculous take. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I take issue with. The rest of it, I'm like, yeah, okay. This is a good way to view everything, and it makes it so that you can kind of compartmentalize the creation of NPCs a bit better, a bit easier, I would hope. Makes it so that because like in the last video, it felt like trying to make NPCs on the fly, but giving them too much depth. It felt like to me, at least. But like in like, because we were saying, you know, in that scene, that NPC can be fleshed out after, but like in the moment, they are kind of there for their purpose, and you can kind of evolve that purpose as you're playing them, but they don't need to have it fully fleshed out at that time, right? But with this, you have your backgrounds that turn into a rando, as he's put it, and then turn into a pivotal potentially. Like you can really see the progression, and you can follow that and like understand that when you run things. You can see how that happens just by your players interacting with everybody. And I think that's really good. I think that's actually probably the best part, to really contextualize what we see when we're playing these games. So yeah. Well, I have a third video, and I knew I would need it. So this one is by Game On.
Okay, have we ever seen Game On before?
I believe we covered Game On one time. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I can find out. But this is 2 insanely easy ways to make NPCs for your TTRPGs.
Okay.
It's insane how easy it is, I suppose. I'm going to go absolutely bonkers.
We're going to go mad.
Damn.
This isn't a Garibay video. What are you talking about?
So let me see. See, this is the problem. When I try to search for Game On in the description, it returns a lot of stuff because a lot of words of game and on are in descriptions. So I can't find it specifically, unfortunately.
Rip.
Oh, wait, you know what? By Game On? Because I format these in a certain way. That did not help. Awesome.
Okay. So then maybe we may or may not have.
I believe we have once, but I don't remember. Anyway. So, let's find out these 2 insanely easy ways.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Game On.
Hey guys.
I'm Justin.
I'm Matt.
Hey Matt, you have flaunted binders worth of NPCs in front of me and in front of camera. And they are big enough to crush a small mouse. And we have a couple of questions from some of our viewers about how the heck do you make an NPC that's not just a cookie cutter person?
Well, okay. So if
Poor mouse.
I feel like, well, if people have questions, obviously we want to answer them as best we can. So trying to think about what I do to make NPCs, which is kind of, I don't know, organic. I don't plan it that much, but there's some things that I've developed over the years.
I'm an NPC in your life.
No.
Oh,
You're part of my party. Except with when you say stuff like crushing mice with the, anyway, I don't know.
I'm chaotic neutral.
Yes, yes you are. Yes you are. So I feel like when I'm talking about NPCs,
I like this camera angle. I like this.
Yeah, no, this is a much better camera angle.
I like the first one too, for, you know, establishing shot, but I do like the personal cameras.
Most important factors are thinking about why an NPC does what they do and when they need to do it.
Okay.
Right? So one of those is inhabiting a character, and one of those is about getting the utility out of an NPC, which is usually there at least partially to do a job in your story, right?
Right.
I mean, some of it is color, some of it is to make the enjoyment of roleplay better, but they also can be information delivery devices. They can be decoys and roadblocks or antagonists or potential allies. So all of these things are the reasons to have a library of NPCs. But for me, what makes an NPC fun, both when I'm running a game and particularly when I'm playing a game and playing off of them, is having that sort of authentic experience, right? Like, you want them to feel like a real person. You want them to feel as much of it as a character as the player characters do.
I can't do that.
You can.
I can.
You can.
Maybe I feel like I can't do it.
Well, look, the thing is, it's about doing it consistently, right? And you can't hit a home run every time you're at bat. But
True.
there are some things that I do that I've learned over time work for me, and they might work for other people too, which I guess is where the questions come in. So,
I mean, you are basically the shaman.
no,
of this.
you're overselling me on this.
I don't know. They asked you by name.
Okay, all right. And guys, you asked me for my name by name, so I'm gonna do my best to answer the questions.
Well, how do I make a character feel alive?
Well, I mean, again, it's about knowing them, knowing their motivations, knowing their...
So I do have to mention it because we would mention it if this were a Garibay video.
Yeah.
This is an 8-minute and 24-minute long video, and they got to answering the question 3 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh,
in.
absolutely. Yeah.
We can't really criticize too heavily on like timeliness, but like I would have appreciated getting to this point earlier.
We can, because we're not doing the same sort of format, I would say. But regardless of that, I am 100% with you that this is meandering, unfortunately.
Yes.
Which can be charming for videos.
I have enjoyed looking at their box sets and editions in the background.
Yes. There's quite a lot to look at. I like the nerd cred that we see here.
Yes.
It's quite nice. It's the thing of having these things that are just off the cuff, right? Where it's like, if you're not set into what you need to say, yeah, we're going to have this problem, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going to be here a while.
Yeah. But to be fair, it is an 8-minute video, so we're not going to be here forever, but it does feel like I've been here for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Which is unfortunate. So I just hope that we can get to something of substance, because we're getting kind of into authenticity, which is an interesting thing to say for these kinds of characters, right? Where you want them to feel, as they've said, alive. You want them to feel like a person. You want to have them have as much depth as a player character, which is good to do for certain characters, I would say. You don't need to do it for all of them, right? So, now this is interesting because we're saying that this is two insanely easy ways to make NPCs for your TTRPGs. Okay?
Insanely easy.
Insanely easy. I'm not sure that having them feel authentic is part of that. You know?
Yeah.
I would say that the easiest way that I've already talked about is just to have a name, right? You come up with a name, and then they are a character at that point. It doesn't, like, you can fill in what they need to do. That's why I said I have my list of names that I can pull from to say, okay, this is this person's name, because I've generated a few names. And then I mix and match and get a person, right? And And that's all I need to make an NPC, because then you put them in a situation, and hey, whoa, you've got John Smith the cook. Wowie, he's there, you know?
What the fuck? How the hell did he get out of his career track?
Dude, some people just don't want to be on that path, all right?
That's some bullshit.
Hey, man, that's
John
you've already
John Smith Sr. is furious.
Oh, absolutely. And now you've hit upon something that's interesting about the character.
That would be very funny.
Hello, I'm John Smith, and I do royal banquets.
I do not smith. I do literally everything but smithing.
I learned how to get things to the perfect temperature because of the smith training that my father gave me, and now I serve the best meals for the royals whenever they come to town. And I've been thinking about changing my name, but my father, I gotta wait until my father dies because he would not let me if I even thought about it aloud. So
that would be goddamn it.
There you go. I've made John Smith the cook.
I hate you.
I hate
that. Such a stupid fucking premise works perfectly, and I hate it.
Get absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
Can't catch me out right like that, man. Come on.
Yep.
At least not this time.
Yeah, not that time. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Better luck next
Mission
time.
failed. We'll get him.
Yeah,
There it is.
exactly.
Mission
Yeah,
failed.
totally. You usually talk about something that matters when you go off track. At least they've just been wasting airtime. Something that has a point.
That is
I
true.
mean, yeah.
That's kind of it is a little bit weird, isn't it? That most of the time it's not just it's a tangent, but it is at least related.
Usually
leads to something.
Usually leads to something, or is inspired by something.
Yes.
And like and like this is, again, it's fine if we want to intro the video with people have been asking for you're really cool and good at this, and then, you know, have the banter and stuff because they're friends, you know. We have banter, right? We banter as friends. That's the thing we do. And and
as friends are wont to do.
As friends are wont to do. So it's just one of those things of, if you're not going to edit your video, that's fine. You don't have to. We just, obviously, we're going to have a couple of complaints.
You don't have to, but please.
We're going to have a couple of complaints when it's like this at the end, right?
Yes.
That's the only time. Anyway.
Agendas, things like that, inhabiting that character by understanding them, right? So that sounds all sort of flaky and non-specific, but the way that the two ways that I do that most frequently, and why I have a huge binder, is I tend to use my PCs from other campaigns and even alternate games as NPCs in other games. And it's a shortcut for me that works because I know those characters. I've spent hours of game sessions being those characters. I know their mannerisms. I know their quirks. I know their speech patterns. I know their motivations, their wants. I like their prejudices, what they like, what they don't like.
I like that.
Yeah, no, that's smart.
I think that's a good usage, because I have a whole bunch of things that I've done and I can take from if I need to, or I take from unintentionally sometimes. You know, it just makes it so it's easier to create something if you need something that's fleshed out in the moment.
Yeah. I will say though that that's not super helpful for a new DM.
Yes.
Because if they don't have any characters they've ever run before, then they don't have anything to pull from.
Exactly. That is absolutely the caveat, right? Which I guess you could say get some experience in playing if you want to do some DMing. I would honestly recommend that.
Good.
I would honestly recommend playing the game more so before DMing, but if you can't, then obviously, you know, you're just somebody's got to start out, right, with a group of new people. You're gonna have that happen.
Yes.
So obviously you're just gonna learn as you go. So you're not gonna be able to utilize that trick. But what you can do at that point is when you're working with your players, with their characters, you can kind of see how they form their characters and see like the kinds of backstories and stuff they come up with, the reasoning, the how they're gonna act and stuff, and utilize their processes with what you're doing to kind of make more NPCs, characters that you can just utilize in your world for sure. Because it's a
In other
pool.
words, steal shit from your players.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody's pooling their resources in that way when we play these games, right? Like it doesn't matter the system, doesn't matter what it is. We're all kind of learning from each other a lot of the time. So utilizing that, the knowledge that is around you is going to help you, I would think.
You can call it what it is, Alejo. We're stealing from each other.
Yeah, yes. No, absolutely. I'm not going to shy away
we're
from that.
stealing.
You're
We're
right.
thieves, dude.
We're all thieves. I understand this.
Yes.
We're a
But the
band of
thing is,
thieves.
Here's the thing, though. We may be thieves, but we're Sly Cooper thieves.
I was going to
We're the
say,
good
there
kind.
is honor among these thieves. Absolutely.
That's
Sly
true.
Cooper 3, honor among thieves. We are, absolutely.
Title drop. We love that game. We love Sly Cooper here.
We do.
I don't actually know about Aiden. Aiden, do you like Sly Cooper?
I've never actually played it.
I would recommend
Aw.
highly.
Yes, I do too.
I played like a little bit at a friend's house, but like I didn't really, not enough to be meaningful.
Yeah, for sure. For
That's
sure.
fair. If you start from the beginning and the first game doesn't really grab you, stick with it, and then the second game is utterly, completely different in like the very best of ways. And
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's a good transition from the formula into a better formula.
Yes.
The first game is still good on its own, but it was made in that time where everything was transitioning to becoming GTA-like, if you will.
Right.
And it took that and went with it very well.
Yes.
It was a collectathon, and then it became with collectathon elements, basically.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
I
The third game
think-
is also that way.
Yes.
I think I saw a little bit of 2 being played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
would. I have a fucking poster behind me that's specific. Like,
Yeah.
fucking.
If you're
love that
into
game.
sailing the high seas, you
3.
could absolutely do that, because I'm pretty sure PlayStation 2 emulation is like super fucking easy.
Oh yeah, I literally have them all ready.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm sure I could acquire it legally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a PlayStation 2?
No,
No, he's
Oh,
just
okay.
saying he could acquire
but I
it
could buy
legally.
one. But I could buy.
Oh,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
could
yeah.
Buy one, exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
you
have
could.
my copies and everything. man.
Yes, that is something that I could do as a consumer.
Yes, true. It was the greatest, the best-selling console of all time. So you know,
It was, yes.
it's like actually is still.
Like the PS2
Really? It's
can
still
never
more than the
hold a
Wii?
candle to the PS Vita.
Yeah, true.
It
Or the Wii
still
U.
outsold the fucking Wii?
Yeah, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
insane.
Let me pull that up. Hold on.
Because
I
I know
don't
the
wanna-
Wii was always like fucking crazy.
Yeah. Nintendo always pulls some crazy numbers, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that PS2 has been
but also so does Sony, so
so PS2 was 160 million units sold worldwide.
What the fuck?
And then the thing that comes
That's
next
actually
is
more
the
than I thought.
Nintendo Switch at 155.92 million. And then after that, it's the DS at 154.02.
Wow, I thought the Wii was going to be number 2.
No, Wii's number 7.
I figured the
Damn.
DS was high enough in the rankings for my expectations.
Yeah. After the
right.
DS, it's the Game Boy and Game Boy Color, and then it's
Yeah,
the
that I can believe.
it's the PlayStation 4, and then it's the PlayStation, and then it's the Wii.
Nice.
Yeah. No, PlayStation 2 was the thing, man. It's been the thing forever.
Arguably, it still kind of is.
Oh, yeah,
considering how goated its fucking library is.
Its library is so fucking good, man. Yeah. Anyway, I would hang out at Dimitri's nightclub. It's greasy sweet. Yes.
Fuck yes.
Absolutely.
God.
I would shamelessly fucking go on the dance floor just like him. Oh my god. That music slaps, man. It's so good.
Go on the dance floor just like who?
Dimitri, the character from Sly 2.
Oh.
Yeah, he owns a nightclub. It's great. Anyway.
So those are second nature to me because I know those characters. So I can use those even if I have to adapt them from one game system to another. I can take that personality and slap a new stat block on them if I need to. But who they are, the essence of who they are, is known to me because they're a character that I've played before. So that helps me sort of fast track into a realistic NPC. And the more games you've played and the more...
The danger of doing this, though, is when your players are like, hey, isn't this guy a lot like the butcher from the previous town? Say, you know what? I think he had a wife, Matilda, and a kid, Steven, as well.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy sounds like Framped.
Yeah.
It is Framped.
Yeah, it is Framped. Oh, we missed you, big guy.
Framped gave us a soapstone. Oh, wait, no, Solaire gave us a soapstone.
Yeah.
Just watched that again recently.
More different types
I like
of
the
characters.
ukulele in between scenes.
Yeah.
You've played, you can channel that stuff. Even if you don't have a binder and you don't pull out the specific sheet, you can kind of reach back into your mental library of player characters and say, oh, this NPC that the characters are encountering is very much like so-and-so that I played 3 years ago in whatever game. And you pull that material and that personality to the forefront and play it, and it can really work and it'll feel more authentic.
Using bricks from old buildings. I like it.
Another great shortcut, and I've talked about this a little bit before, so forgive me guys if I'm rehashing, but I steal from other creative materials. I borrow, adapt personalities and mannerisms of memorable characters from all over the place, whether it's books, movies, television, what have you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there are much more talented artists that have portrayed characters brilliantly that have the essence of what you need for any given scene in a game. So, channel that. Like, think of the character who on a movie or a television show or in a book that encapsulates what you're going for, and just pull details from that character. Maybe it's body language, maybe it's an accent, maybe it's who knows. Focus on somebody who did a great version of the thing.
Maybe it's not the most helpful advice as someone who's been doing improv for a while, but I feel like most people would get the idea of like how to impromptu a character together if you were to say, all right, Lucius Malfoy's dad, and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, steal characters. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, no,
steal characters.
We all do it.
We exactly. Yes. We all do it. There's no
every author who's written every book that you've ever read has stolen characters and put them in their books.
100%. Yes. Yeah, no, it's the original concepts and stuff, like we've always said, are iterative a lot of the time, right? It's just the reiteration that is its own unique flair. That's all it is. So fucking do it. I don't know, man.
Be a thief. Be a dirty fucking rat.
Be a thief. Yeah. No, for sure.
We are entering the great pirate era.
Yeah. Yar.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams.
That you're going for. Yes, they need to be authentic and they need to be convincing, but they also need to do their job.
Yep.
Right? And we talked about, are they an information delivery device? Are they an antagonist? Are they a decoy to send, the characters down or misdirect them from a plot point? So knowing what your character's job is and what the conditions are and the timing for when they're supposed to do that job is absolutely essential to having smooth gameplay with an NPC. A lot of it is improvisation, but
inject an NPC into your game that tells the players, hey, if you go to this location over here, I found some sweet loot. But when the and like when you introduce and when you introduce the NPC to the party, have him be squatting.
Yeah.
And then when the party goes over there and investigates, he traps them and he's a little fucker and he laughs. And he says, "Oh, thanks for that, friend."
Yep. Fucking Patches. Every time.
Yeah.
The ultimate NPC type. He's in everything. You just gotta look for him.
Really, they should have mentioned that in the last video. There should have been 6 types of NPCs.
One being Patches, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that shit fuck. Hate that guy. Love that guy. Hate that guy.
Don't you love characters like that? It's like, man, this guy's such a scumfuck asshole. I love him.
Yeah, exactly.
Tharnanar.
Yeah.
He wasn't that bad. He just betrayed you and like,
he was. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't that bad. No, he was worse.
He did give me a piece of cursed gold, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, he had immaculate drip. You can't deny that.
Yeah, that's no, I can. It was shit.
Yeah.
Nothing is
Didn't
new.
Make us carry.
Yes.
The raw gold for it. Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
What a bitch.
What a bastard.
Yeah, he did steal from you. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He stole a lot, I think.
Yes.
I think it was like a few hundred.
It was a fucking dickhead. Yeah.
Yep. Love that guy.
Love that guy. Hate that guy. Love that guy. Nothing is new under the sun, but you can
He
still...
also ate up your fucking final boss revive. Now that they think about it.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Because it was ironically, like, mostly you didn't need it, obviously, but it's still funny now that they think about it, because he totally did just waste that shit.
Oh yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Yeah. But yeah, nothing is new under the sun, but you can still make it your own, and it can still be good. Absolutely, yes. That's the thing. And execution,
especially with villains, I find. And I know how this is gonna sound, but take me seriously. I genuinely want you to take me seriously here. Steal from anime. There are so many legitimately amazing villains in anime. Not usually from like the super popular shows.
I was gonna say.
Like yeah. But I mean, if you really look into, say, Frieza, he's an amazing villain because he's the way he's written and the way he acts is legitimately Shakespearean. Because the whole Saiyan thing, So if you don't know Frieza, first off, you must have a very nice rock that you live in, or under, I should say. Secondly, the entire time Frieza is on screen and basically like fucking with the Saiyans, he's like, "Lol, the Super Saiyan doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's dumb and blah blah blah. You're a bunch of monkeys and you're dumb." However, he has dedicated an entire galactic fucking galaxy spanning organization to wiping out the Saiyans at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So does he believe it or not? And you know, that motivation it's actually taken from like some of Shakespeare's works, where they say they don't believe it, but their actions are completely contrary to their words. And so, sorry.
If I may, it's the archetype of the villain whose actions prove that they think that they used to have to live in fear of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. You can see it in many works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is Johann Liebert from Monster,
Ooh.
which
Yes.
no,
Yes.
like I'm being serious when I say it. Like I'm no meme. There are incredible villains in anime.
Well, that's just in general. Let's be fair, in all media, but yeah.
Oh, true. But I think the thing is with
Really,
anime villains is anime winds up being so popular. Oh, sorry.
Incredible NPCs are all over the place in Monster.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
true.
that too.
True.
Everybody in Monster is an incredible character.
Monster, yeah.
Like
so many good characters for sure.
Dieter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can imagine give your party a Dieter.
But I think what I was saying earlier, I think the reason why I say anime is that it winds up becoming so popular that you have a wealth of people on YouTube who will discuss it and really dive deep into all the villains, whereas it doesn't happen, or at least it doesn't feel like it happens as often.
That's just because of what you have as your algorithm, I would say, probably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I would argue exactly against them not having that depth that they're talked about, because it is everywhere, honestly, just depending on what spheres you go into, right?
Yeah, it's true. I guess I am in the anime sphere, so I'll see that a lot. But I do still recommend looking into anime villains.
I don't disagree.
They're excellent.
I think that you're absolutely right when you actually look into the ones that are absolutely great. Yeah, you're gonna find that for sure.
You know what? One of my absolute favorites. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
It's a tangent, but it's related to NPCs. If you guys have seen Yu Yu Hakusho,
no.
Okay, fair enough. But there is a character in the second major arc of the story called Sensui, and the main character, Yusuke, is what's called a spirit detective, and he goes around and basically solves some mysteries and does fights against like spiritual entities and demons and shit.
Mm.
And in order to do that, you have to be like powerful, because you know the fucking spirits and demons can kill you. And Sensui was the strongest spirit detective, and he was the spirit detective right before Yusuke became one. And his whole deal is that he was like super duper into like, you know, oh man, I'm a spirit detective. I'm fighting demons and spirits. I'm doing the right thing. This is great. I'm fighting evil, and I'm very justice-y. And then he winds up getting sent on a mission to like this kind of like mansion or whatever. And he basically witnesses like some really, really fucked up, horrible shit only being committed by humans onto demons.
Yep.
And then he winds up learning about something called the Black Records, which is a videotape series that documents every single atrocity ever committed by humankind. And he goes fucking nuts. And God, that's so cool.
Yeah, so he started off as like a hero, and then he found like forbidden knowledge, basically.
Exactly.
And then
He basically learned that he's fighting for the wrong side.
All right.
Yeah.
Which
really
it's
cool.
that well, so it's that thing of like, is it the wrong side when some people are this way, you know?
Yes.
It's that corruption of the heroic ideals that he had, because there is direct evidence that he has that is so strong that has completely flipped his motive, right?
Exactly.
Which is good. That's a great motive to have for a villain, for sure. Yeah, because this is so horrible and people can commit this thing, why would I fight for these people when they are capable of such evil, right? Completely forgetting that people are also capable of such good.
Exactly.
It's a tragedy, that, right?
It is. And man, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
No, that's a great villain for sure. But yeah,
Anyway.
look for things in your favorite medias, basically.
Yes.
I had nothing really to contribute to this, aside from like wholesale agreeing with Boo's point of look toward anime for your villains.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there who are paid a lot of money to come up with cool and interesting villains for stories.
Yes.
And then sell those stories to people in the form of manga.
Yes.
So you have a whole host of people paid to make villains for you. Why wouldn't you steal from them?
Yeah,
why
steal
wouldn't
that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made that, I made this.
Exactly.
You,
But
I, no,
what you-
we.
what-
We
What you could do
Comrade.
is make a villain like Toby from Naruto, who could be that universe, who could be that universe's literal Hitler, and then have Naruto, after Toby dies, on his hands and knees, pounding the dirt, going, no, he was the coolest guy. He was the coolest guy. Crying.
Yeah. I mean, it's that, and I can point to things that have taken from history itself as well. Of like when we were playing Boo, when we were playing, or you were playing Mech Warrior, and the
clans and the
clans,
Mongolians.
the clans and the Mongolians, exactly, the Great Khan, and like actual events in history, and utilizing that as the antagonist, and like just dressing it up in a big fucking mech. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's...
by the... Speaking of Mech Warrior, we're going to have to do another few streams because there was a new DLC that added the Kodiak.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to have to get that for you.
Sure. But yeah, no, it's there's so much that you can take from, not just from just media or non or fiction, but non-fiction as well. Fucking your daily life. Fucking, like, literally anything can be your inspiration, and you can look for it anywhere. And I would highly suggest just, all you got to do is just pay attention. That's really it. And you can take these things and make them into elements of a story. And it's not as hard as you might think. It really isn't.
It's really not.
So
genuinely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got one more.
For sure.
Because I'm not super duper into like comics and stuff.
Sure.
But those comics have been around for what? At like 100 years now, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around 100.
Certain of them, certain ones. There's a lot of fucking villains in comic books.
True.
And like superhero comics. Look into those villains too and see what they're about.
Yeah.
Like some of them are just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
A lot of times the heroes, obviously, because they're the heroes, they get the spotlight. But I mean, there's an important, I forget who the fuck this quote is from, but it's a really good quote. A hero is only as good as their villain, basically. Because like, let's think of Star Wars.
Sure.
An original Star Wars.
Yeah.
I wanted to, make sure Alejo would be okay.
I get you. I wasn't going to assume otherwise, because I don't think you've seen anything past the prequels. So.
Yeah, I loved the part where fucking Palpatine came back somehow.
Anyway, literally the line, fuck me, somehow
he came back.
Palpatine returned. Fuck off.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, sorry, go on.
What a good
I
villain.
remember
Anyway.
sitting in the theater, and as soon as I see somehow Palpatine returned, I just like switched off, because I was like, okay, so the purpose of this is not to tell like a story within the bounds of the universe.
Yeah.
It is to tell a Star Wars story, which is a previously established formula. where they take down Palpatine at the end
Right.
and blow up a Death Star.
It was that way from the very beginning of that trilogy. People just didn't realize it. Anyway.
Yeah. But when
telling a Star Wars story no longer means telling a story within the
Star Wars
Star
universe.
Wars.
Yeah, I get you.
And now becomes tell a story with these plot beats.
Yes.
Exactly.
But when you think about the original Star Wars and everybody, if you really think about Luke, and we're keeping this to those original movies because, you know, as he got more development over time, you know, he did change and like what is it? The like extended universe?
Yeah, the expanded. Yeah, the
expanded. Yeah. You know, obviously he gets more development in there and becomes a more fleshed out character and all that. But in the original movies, he's pretty one note and he's not super duper interesting. Not really, you know, because he's the effectively the cookie cutter hero. And the thing is, that's completely fine because the villain is the Empire and the Sith and Darth Vader and shit. And they're fucking awesome and scary and they do horrible shit. So your relatively simple hero can be much more or appear much more heroic when they're fighting against really bad evil.
Sure. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? You can have that simple character, that kind of one-note hero, be way, way cooler. And, you know, if you have them fighting against really nasty bad guys. So a bad guy is very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah. I would go to bat for it a little bit more just because Luke isn't one note because of a few different things that happen, right? But mostly almost
he's at least
fucking
relatively
going bad.
Simple.
But
remember when he had a bad dream and decided to kill
shut up. We're saying in the originals.
I loved that scene with the blue milk, man. It was so great.
Oh god.
It's so fucked up that they ruined the character so much that even Mark Hamill was like, fuck you, I'm never playing this character again.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he would if he had faith in somebody writing it. If he read a script, that he would be like, oh, okay, this is my character, yes.
Yeah, this is Luke.
Oh, god.
Man, could you imagine like an expanded universe story?
I can't, no.
Cool.
I literally can't anymore. No, because
not a good one. Yeah,
because they took elements from the expanded universe and just went, no, actually, these are non-canon and fuck it. We're just gonna take them now. It's like,
yeah, it's such bullshit.
It's a whole fucking piece of. Oh god. Anyway, oh god. Steel Clayface. Yes, Steel Clayface.
It's all
Disney slop. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's the. Everything became slop for it just kept getting sloppier. It's great. It's good. Love it.
What's wrong with slop? I like AI slop. I actually don't like AI slop. I like AI videos that are funny.
Steel Dark Helmet. Yes. Steel Dark Helmet. Exactly.
Yes. Steel Dark Helmet. God damn.
Exactly.
I bet she gives great helmet.
Nice.
I love that quote.
Yeah, it's good.
What?
There's a scene in Spaceballs where I think Dark Helmet, who's basically parody Darth Vader, is meeting with like the president of
I don't remember
the planet name.
But
the bad guys. The president of the bad guys. And he's got like this really hot secretary.
Yep.
Like skimpily clad secretary and whatever, and as she's leaving the room, Dark Helmet just goes, God, I bet she gives great helmet. It's
pretty good. It is pretty good.
If you've never seen that movie, you should see that movie.
Spaceballs once when I was a kid.
It's been a number of years for sure.
Yes. I should revisit it.
Yeah. It's been a number of years in reverse since, you know, you're with the infant leukemia and all that bullshit.
True. It's crazy.
I remember my mother watching it, and I listened to the video through the womb.
All right, let's finish this video out. Eh?
Yes.
Improvisation, but a little bit of preparation and again, sort of the shortcuts to familiarity by knowing the characters ahead of time makes a big difference.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps answer the question a little bit. I don't know. For me, running a game, playing the NPCs is one of the most fun parts. So that's why I do things the way that I do them. And I think it's fun for the players too, so at least I hope so.
Yeah. So, hey, if you guys like this kind of content, you want more, like, targeted information for game masters like this, hit that like button.
Yeah, and obviously questions. We love questions, and that's where this topic sort of came from. But if you guys have other questions for myself or for Justin or for either of us to sort of volley back and forth, we'd love to hear them and address them in a future episode.
Yes, thank you guys very much for watching.
We always appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, game on.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, meandering, and slightly not helpful for newer players, but is at least a good idea to run with, and the advice to actually steal is always a good thing to kind of promote. Obviously, it's not stealing in a malicious way, right? We're all aware of what we're talking about when we say steal, right?
Yes, Mr. FBI man.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that overall NPC making can be as simple as you go into the scene and now somebody is there and they do the thing. Like, it really doesn't have to be more complicated than that if you don't need that character to be more complicated. Obviously, taking your time beforehand to make your, and I'll steal the terminology from that second video, your pivotal characters and your villain, those you take your time with before you started anything, and you make sure that they're as solid as they need to be. Hell, they don't have to be fully fleshed out either. You can kind of go for the broad strokes and fill in the details when you're playing them. You know, it's the same as when you make a player character in any sort of game, or at least for me it is, where I can give you who they are, I can give you backstory about them, but when I get into game is when I really find out who they are and how they act. And actually getting that kind of part of the experience so that then I can make more informed decisions because I know who they are at that point. So,
that is, Alejo, one of the things that struck me the most about NPCs during my first campaign is like finding out who they are just kind of in the moment. And then just going like, oh, this character is this way, and then you jot down a few notes, and then if you ever return to that character, they're that way again. And then the challenge quickly becomes writing down those notes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, wow, this NPC was a dick the last time we talked to him, but
it seems my notes here say he was an asshole.
Nice.
Yeah, but what's going on? That's weird.
You must have caught him on a real off day.
Yeah, exactly.
The nightmare scenario is when, as a DM, at the end of an interaction with an NPC, the player says, oh, hey, by the way, just can I ask in closing, was there something wrong the first day that, like, we encountered you? Like, you were so different than you were today. And then you, as the DM, are like, shit.
Yeah, immediately just wide-eyed saying, no, it was, no, I just had a bad burrito, dude. It was, it was crazy, you know?
Beholderito.
Furiously looks at notes. Shit. Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you stalk that city with a food vendor that is like actually poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explains everything.
Just describe the food vaguely. Be like, oh, I think I had like some rice dish.
Yeah.
And then everywhere is serving rice.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. Yeah, no, that's good. All right, well, we did it. That's not the word. But yeah. I suppose we've learned about NPCs and creation techniques.
I know how to make NPCs better than I did before, allegedly.
Allegedly. No, I think there is some useful stuff, and I will say that second video with its hierarchy, I guess, of NPCs is probably the most beneficial part that I've seen tonight.
Yeah.
I would absolutely recommend like stealing that shit.
I will say, in credit to the first video, I know I've mentioned it before, but I really did take something away from it. With them having just characters that just look different.
Yeah.
I have noticed in a lot of my campaigns, when describing NPCs as a DM, I start to get almost police scannery. With my like 40-year-old male, approximately 6'3", and like
yeah, true.
like when describing my NPCs, and I think just like giving them giving more visually focused players who might focus in on like the character maybe be missing an eye versus like, oh, they're whittling something stressfully. That may give them something a bit more to latch onto and may hopefully make my NPCs more memorable.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's good.
But yeah. So
I took nothing from that video because I wasn't
you
here
weren't
for
here.
It.
Yes, true.
And that's their problem.
They should have known I was going to be an hour behind.
That's right. Exactly.
So they should have made the video longer and reiterate the point later on.
Yes, 100%. That's right. But yeah, I guess this is the point where I give the humble invitation for my two lovely co-hosts
tell us
leave.
to fuck off. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, okay.
This time, you know what? I've actually got something to say to you, you motherfucker, so I'm going to stick around.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Well, I don't want dad and other dads to argue in front of me.
Yep.
I am a baby, and I need to focus on my infant leukemia.
Yeah.
And
So
That's right.
I will leave.
All right.
nursing from Big Titty Mommy.
Oh,
Go.
God.
Be gone.
Jesus.
God.
He just immediately leaves. Not even any other words.
Oh,
Got
my
him.
God. All right. Well, we will go to comments then. Here we go. Okay. Few comments, actually, quite a few comments have come through. So, we begin from the beginning. Last episode, for other TTRPGs exist? Really? Huh.
Oh, boy.
Tell us about them. That's what I titled it.
Yeah.
Unit Rico on that episode says, at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 17 seconds, I get the point, and I agree that the page layout looks a bit noisy, but making that point in a video with irrelevant gameplay footage in the background, with the irrelevant text flashing on the screen for a fraction of the time you'd need to read, it is hilariously ironic. It's a shame, too, because I think the emphasis the guy puts on what the advantages and disadvantages of the systems are to his own tastes and specific requirements for the next TTRPG he wants to run is really nice and sadly too uncommon. Yes, I would honestly agree that if we had more preference videos that were not as visually cluttered, I suppose, is the most the best way that I can put it. They would be good to see for if you want to know like the tastes of the creators that you're going to watch, right? If that's something that matters to you, for sure. But yeah, it is kind of ironic with the whole this marble thing on the background. It's like
very distracting. Don't like it. By the way, look at haste.
Yes, exactly. Then we have quite a few comments from Frizz4 Paw, I want to say, or Paforwa. Okay. This is all about each of the little the TTRPGs that were talked about, actually, which is cool. So, first one. Miramyth reminds me of the SCP Foundation in terms of the collaborative storytelling.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense because the way that the forum for SCP is run and the way that Miramyth is a whole bunch of different, like, universes together, basically. So anything can exist anywhere and you can have whatever canon that you want, like SCP. Yeah. I can see that 100%. Very cool. Then, if you like Morrowind, custom spells, and Minecraft mana, and Minecraft mana, Artifice is a pretty good magic mod. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I think Utopia TTRPG started as a gigantic D&D homebrew, and it became so big it was made into a proper game. They have sentient alien mushroom/fauna telepathic people called Oxty. They literally don't talk. They don't even know how they got to the game's version of Earth. Cool.
Okay, that's funny.
I like that. In Utopia...
No, to be fair, do even we know how we got to Earth?
True. We're stars, obviously.
We could be aliens, too.
That's right, we're Stardust.
Fuck yeah.
In Utopia, custom items and spells, and even spells that summon items, are player-facing options. There are also species and creature creation rules, more useful for DMs and add-on makers. Harvesting creatures and stuff in the environment, I assume, is part of the crafting too, without overly complicating the component storage. Cool.
Nice. That's cool.
That sounds like a lot of cool stuff. If only this was communicated somehow in the video that we watched.
Yeah, if only, right?
Anyway. Obviously, he went for his taste and stuff, so whatever.
Yeah.
In Utopia, there are a lot of 3 or divisible by 3 things. Stamina is stamina used by spells and other abilities. Running out of it knocks you unconscious. SHP is a health bar that is spent first and easiest to replenish. Even a rest gives you it back to full. DHP is deep HP. It's about how connected the soul is to the body, and also represents serious injuries like broken bones, for example. Needs some sort of medical attention, be it magical or medical in nature. Tends to have some material costs to replenish. These things were mentioned in Oriadot's channel and in the free 0.9 demo of Utopia. All this wall of text is to say that blood magic lets you spend the more replenished able health points to cast spells. Likely a very neat thing for magic user martial mix of some kind. The 3 bars are scaling with mind, body, and soul points. These go up based on what talents you buy.
Okay, that's
cool. Yeah, no, I like all of that all the stuff that you've got here. Then that was mentioned. I assume Oriadot is Oriadot the one that we covered, or is Oriadot the one who created the system? Because I know that they were these were the things that were made by D&D tubers, basically.
Yeah, I think it was Oriadot was the person that made it.
Okay.
Because I don't remember that name popping up as the name of a game. Because it was Goblins, Quest, and Utopia.
Yeah, I just want to check really quick, just so that I'm giving the credit where credit is due. Because if that was in the... Well, especially when you say mention in Oridot's channel, so yeah, that's probably the creator. So that makes the most sense. But I'll make sure. Oridots, excuse me, Oridots. Oridot. Oh, now I'm not sure which one it is. In fact, I now do not know what the channel is because Oridot is... Or is it Oridont? I think it's Oridont. Maybe. I'm not sure. Whoever the creator of Utopia is... if I just actually search Utopia TTRPG, that'll get me there. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oridont. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so... good for them. That's great.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
Yeah, sounds really cool. Okay. So, yeah, in our Serious Sam thing, Rico said,
Yes.
In fairness, Gen 5 Pokemon often felt like recycled designs because the region was designed to only have new Pokemon. Granted,
That is true. Yeah.
yeah. Granted, I'm one of the people who actually really enjoys most of the out there designs. Vanillux, they will never be able to make me hate you. I like Vanillux, actually.
I do too. I love Vanillux. I used one on my very first team through Black and White.
Yeah. So I'm biased here, I guess. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there are certain ones that I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They look cool, and I'm cool with them. But like, there are some like I'm sorry, but Klefki you will never convince me that I
Thank
like
fucking
Klefki.
God. I was gonna say Klefki too.
Yeah.
Fuck Klefki.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I can't be convinced of Klefki. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
It's keys with a face. That's it.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Is that the most comments ever? Yeah, it's probably the most comments that we've covered in a while. Yeah. Probably the most comments on a video so far as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other one to cover is Timothy's comment of more lore. Ooh.
Oh, that is still going. God damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Woo.
Hello, bros. New lore.
Mm.
As the party came up to the Black Dragon's lair, they saw a small camp which seemed to be filled with bullywugs. The party sneaked closer. Cornell. The lair should be somewhere around here. Stay on guard, everyone. Woodard. I bet these are the bullywugs that ambushed us when we first entered the swampland. If only I had a bigger army, this camp would burn to the ground. Cornell. Easy, General. Needless chaos is not why we are here. Don't be rash. Woodard. Yes, my king, but I make no promises. Leroy. If the lair is anything like Talithorn's, it's well hidden. Cornell. Indeed, we might need to find the coven of green hags that raised the Black Dragon. They definitely know where it is. Star Ruby. So what's the plan? Cornell. Going undercover might help, at least to get a handle on how things are around here. The pink dragon transformed into a beetle and ran into the camp. Star Ruby. That's all well and good for the boss and the king, but Woodard, the knights, and I don't know magic. Leroy. 2 should be good enough. Double back for now and set up a base while I catch up with Cornell. Stay out of sight. Leroy transformed into a wasp and flew towards the camp. Zipping across the ground, Cornell came to a stop on the side of a hut. He then heard Leroy's voice in his head. Cornell, wait for me. Cornell. I'm on the 3rd post on the 2nd hut to the left, brother-in-law. The Leroy wasp landed next to the beetle. You jumped the gun a bit. Cornell. Sorry, I guess I got a little excited since we're so close. Leroy. Hopefully Star Ruby can keep Woodard from setting everything on fire before we can get info. Cornell. Woodard will behave, don't worry, she just needs to blow off steam. Leroy. I hope you are right. The knights will have more sparring bruises when we get back, I bet. Cornell. Let's fan out. Look for anything we can use. Leroy. Got it. Good luck. The wasp and beetle dashed in different directions. that's all I got. Have a nice day.
Nice.
Thank you. And thank you for more lore, as always.
I like the animal transformations.
Yeah, they make sense
honestly,
in the
beetle
environment.
transformation reminded me of that part in Black Myth Wukong.
Oh,
that
okay.
shit actually happens.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that is all of the comments, so thank you for comments, everybody. Appreciate it immensely. Please, if you do wish to, do leave a comment, and we will read them at the end. And if it's something like the one that I covered in the beginning, I'll make a correction. Oh. But yeah, so please do. Comments are how we continue our discussions and discourse. Anyway.
Kill yourself.
So
it's not that bad, Jesus.
But yes, so that being said, the shouting out and the shilling, wahoo, everybody loves it. So if you're still here,
buy our dice.
We have we have a website that you can go to, tabletalkdnd.us. And you can go to the Support Us Further page right here to have a look at all the things that I'm about to talk about. So, first off, we have a Patreon and a Ko-Fi if you wish to join them. It's as little as $1 a month. And you can be like these lovely people here, joining for little as $1 a month, as much as $15 if you really want to. Up to you, of course, no obligation necessary. You become a table flipper, get that role in the Discord. Mostly it is just you support us and the show and help with paying for some stuff. So, up to you if you want to be a part of that. Big thank you goes out to our tier, is it 4? I can't remember. Yeah, it's tier 4. That is Steely, Draco Kraken, Rick, aka Enrico. Appreciate you very much for being in the gold tier. $15.
We've seen Steely in
every
like
month.
Fucking forever.
Not in a live stuff. Steely's been in the Discord here and there.
Oh, okay, that's good. I hadn't seen him in forever.
Yeah, missed that guy.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
If you're sticking around this long in the video.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Or in this video, particularly.
Yeah. A thank you goes out to Crimson Rose at tier 2 for $5. Thank you. And a thank you goes to our tier 1 contributor. Like I said, little as $1 a month if you wish to help us out financially. Again, not an obligation. Continuing right along, we have the Fourth Wall shop, which has the aforementioned dice in it. If you go over to the link here in the site, you can get to the store here where you can get the Sunrise and Sin City mat. You can get the keychains of each of our little profiles. You can get the dice, the coasters, the mug, little Jerry the raccoon poster if you want, a small Tabletop Crew mousepad, and the Tabletop Crew notebook. Up to you.
Be sure that you pick up one of each of the vampire characters, because you never know when one might die. And then you can tell your friends, I had this before he was dead.
That's right. That's right.
It'd be super cool.
Be the one who's there before they die.
Yes. We need to start implementing FOMO. Come on.
Yes, before the next design. That's right.
Indeed.
I actually have some interesting thoughts on some stuff that I want to do for some vampire stuff, and I gotta look into that.
Yeah. And honestly, the thing that I wanted to talk about is vampire related, so that works.
Oh, fuck yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go and check that out if you wish to. Again, not an obligation if you want to buy something for reals. You can donate directly via this link to Stream Elements. It should be in the description as well. If you don't wish to do any donations through anything else, you can use the PayPal link here to go directly to the stream. It does play a notification if you do it that way. It's up to you. You don't have to. It's there. And also, we are partnered with Humble Bundle. Lovely Humble Bundle. Everybody loves Humble Bundle. Go and use the link in our description, and if you purchase anything through the store, you can get whatever you get and support us a little bit and support charity. Woo!
Ooh.
Hell, there's a Sonic 35th Anniversary Mega Bundle by IDW. Ooh!
Ooh.
That's the comics from IDW.
That is the comics,
Yeah.
which are good.
I have not read any of IDW's. I've only read the older stuff, so I actually might pick this up, get some comics.
Yeah, I recommend it actually.
Yeah.
I haven't read full like issues, but I've seen like some of the major story beats, and they're fucking cool, dude.
Yeah. And let's see if there's any TTRPG bundles still, since we are Roll Big or Go Home 2. There you go. That's one. Oh yeah, Wrath and Glory, The One Ring, Fantasy Age, Star Trek Adventures, a whole bunch of good stuff here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heckin' good doggos. We all love that. That's right.
Yo.
Never
heard of it.
Never heard of it either, but that sounds great. Oh, One Last Fight I've heard of. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Transformers. Fucking, we got a bunch of shit in here, dude. That's sick.
I didn't know there was a Transformers RPG. That sounds cool.
Yeah. Power
Not
Rangers.
even super big
as
into
well.
Transformers, but
Yeah. This is, let's see, 54 items for $40, dude. That's a fucking steal.
Less than $1 an item.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking the My Little Pony role-playing game. Oh, I didn't know they had one, actually.
Yeah.
Epilon, a dragon epic? Oh, interesting. I don't know.
What do you do?
I have no idea, but hey, you can check it out. There's that. Let's see. Dungeon Crawl Classics Essentials Bundle presented by Dungeon Craft. Wow. There you go.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, they had one that was presented by Bob World Builder back a while back. So, they're starting to partner with them, I guess.
Yeah.
So cool. Dungeon Crawl Classics is fucking cool. So go and check that out. Cyberpunk is here as well. Cyberpunk Red.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the TTRPG stuff. Obviously. Oh, Free League RPG Collection. There you go. That's also one. So a lot of good TTRPG stuff is happening. The Free League is going to be gone by the time this video goes up. But regardless, Roll Big or Go Home 2 is actually it's going to have a day left by the time this goes up. So get there quick, I guess. But yeah, use the link in our description for if you want to support us. Otherwise, just go and fucking buy it. I don't give a shit. Go. And of course, let me close these tabs because I opened a few of them. There we go. Drive-through RPG, comics, cards, fiction. All of those we are affiliated with. The RPG stuff is more relevant, so we will go there. But if you think about it, if you go for the cards, comics, and the fiction, you could find potential NPCs in those pages and cards and stuff.
Very true.
So, hey, go on.
And that's relevant to what we just talked about.
Yes,
that's why we gotta fucking mention it.
That's right. So, but yeah, on Drive-Thru RPG at least, there's a whole bunch of stuff that is like actual, not actual, but like more known published stuff. You've got your cyberpunk stuff right here. There's Delta Green, the Millennium is here that you could buy. Like everything is on this that's not like a current D&D stuff, obviously, because they don't do that. But it's that. You've got your community stuff. You've got smaller stuff like fucking Dagger Hearts here if you want to go for that. Like there's
Knife Spleen.
Yes, exactly.
Or Spear Spleen.
Spear Spleen. There you go. Omerta, the role-playing game. Wow. Okay.
Nice. That's cool.
I didn't actually know that was there. Nice. Yeah. So all this stuff, community-made stuff, like all this shit, that's all on Drive-Thru RPG, and obviously the other sites will have their stuff as well. So go there, and if you use the link in our description, within 15 days of using it, if you purchase something, gives us a bit of a kickback. And we
need it. We're starving.
But yeah, so I guess that's everything. So thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you, of course. Hope you enjoyed the show. And hopefully we will be good to go next week. I'm not dying. We'll see.
Not for now.
Not for now, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And thanks again. And we'll see you
Goodbye.
next
Thank.
week. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.